Happy Monday, everybody. How you doing? Good to see y'all. Hope y'all had a great holiday weekend. 4th of July weekend is over here in the States. It's starting time to rock and roll with a brand new episode of Raw. And I'm here, as usual, to react to this shit. Kind of got somewhat high hopes for tonight's show. A couple of rumors, a couple of possibilities we might see. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm here now. Modern Family's wrapping up. And I got a cat about to jump down from the top shelf. Be careful. And yeah, typical Monday here at the Podcastle. How y'all been? 100 people in here already. Joshua Aparicio, thank you for the super chat there. Thank you for the $1. You're awesome. Happy to be here tonight. Man, what a weekend. I got my ass kicked at work, y'all. So I'm happy to be here tonight, kicking back. I got a beer open. We're going to chill out and hopefully watch a good episode of Raw. Go down here to the chat and say hello to everybody. Shadow Rocks and C-Mac and Reese Jones, good to see you. David and Down Ice and Harry, Tony Tudat, How Wheezy, Luna, Tanvir, Ungovernable, Beetle, Millennial, Ratnick, AJ, Chad, Clyde, Luna, I Did It for the Rock, Viper, ASAP, Gregory, oh y'all. Damn, I thought that was Ronda Rousey for a second. It's Becky Lynch. Becky is here. No new set. Yeah, I actually said that last week. I was hoping we were going to see a new set tonight, but we've seen them do more damage to a Raw set than what they did last week, and we've never gotten changes, so I was hopeful that we'd get something, but nope. No dice. Where is Raw tonight? I don't even know. Northeast? I forgot where they are. Anyway, good to see y'all in here. Mike Witt and Big J, Sonic, John, Digital, Alex, Devs. All right, we'll see how we do. Last week we had a hell of an audience in here. Thousands of people. So we'll see what happens this week. Steven Scott, oh yeah, I'll be definitely making it up to some Clipper and Laker games this year. I would like to, anyway. Hey, Richie, oh yeah, we're all safe. Down here in San Diego, the earthquakes were not too bad. I felt them, but nothing crazy. Gallows and Anderson, over the weekend, it was reported that they signed brand new 5-year deals, so the club is in full. I mean, you had to know they were going to re-sign. If they wouldn't have gone through with the heel turn and the club reformation last week if they were going to roll and walk. Here comes the boyfriend who saw the t-shirt today. Did you see the t-shirt WWE released for Seth, the man's man? Is he going to be wearing it? Please don't be wearing it. Good, he's not wearing it. Addicted Chip, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, Newark, New Jersey. That's right. I knew that. I saw that earlier today. I just forgot. Thank you for the $2, dude. You are awesome. So this is going to be Becky and Seth Rollins versus Andrade and Zelina Vega. And I said in my video a couple of days ago that give me this match on pay-per-view and let's just bump Corbin and Lacey to the kickoff show. So Zelina last week with that top that was just made out of belts. Oh man. That girl is going to be the death of me. Oh, I didn't know that was the stip. Okay, so if Becky or Seth loses, no matter who loses, they both lose the belts? I thought it was just whoever got pinned. So they're going to basically treat the women's and the Universal like a tag team championship, essentially. Is that fair? That means if Lacey beats Becky, Corbin's the Universal champion? No! I hope I heard that wrong. I didn't even want to finish that sentence. It almost made me throw up. A lot of NBA moves taking place over the weekend. That was fun. It's always fun watching the free agency shit. What I'm really happy about the way everything landed with the NBA is that it really spreads the wealth now. I feel like the crazy super team era is gone. There's no more, there's not a clear-cut favorite. For the first time in what? 10 maybe years? 8, 9, something like that. There's no clear-cut dominant favorite to win the NBA title next year. Once Durant's healthy, Brooklyn's going to be strong. Lakers are going to be strong. Clippers are going to be strong. Golden State will still be Golden State. You got Boston. You got Milwaukee. Philly. Don't sleep on Toronto even without Kawhi. Spurs are still the Spurs. Utah's going to be solid. There's some talent out there, man. It's probably going to be a pretty fun year in the NBA. All right, opening match here. We know we're going to get some Lacey and Corbin interference here. I'm surprised they're opening with this. Thank you for that magic set. I'm sorry, Tony Tudat. I did hear right. Winner take all. That's crazy. That's a real good way to put the belt on Corbin and get him some insane heel heat. They're not going to switch the titles a month before SummerSlam, are they? And have two brand new champions crowned in the same match? I'll tell you what, I'm still open to my Baron Corbin idea from last month. I pitched an idea of doing a throwback to Kane and Austin at King of the Ring 98. And I pitched Corbin winning the belt at Stomping Grounds for one night and losing it the next night back to Seth Rollins on Raw, doing a title change on Raw. Big moment, pop the crowd. They're going to be freaking out that Corbin's a new champ for 24 hours, losing their shit, canceling their network, and then WWE will hit them right back with a babyface title win the next night. They can still do that, especially if Corbin gets his hands on that Universal title at Extreme Rules. Seth the next night can be like, hey, this is bullshit. Lacey pinned my girlfriend, and you're walking around here with my belt. I demand a rematch. Heyman or whoever the fuck grants him the rematch, and Seth wins it back. They can still do that, allowing Seth to go into SummerSlam as champ to have a big match. And I think we can probably rule out maybe a heel turn. I mean, I don't think Becky's going to be turning on Seth or vice versa if both of their belts are going to be on the line. You know what I mean? Thank you for the $2, Mike Witt. Hey, I agree. I mentioned that last week during Gallows and Anderson and AJ's alliance there. I said, I want to see Finn Balor get involved in this. I mean, the whole club he was the one that started it, right? Is my Bullet Club history correct? Wasn't the whole thing designed to protect Finn Balor or Prince Devitt in the first place? He absolutely needs to be involved in that. But he probably won't. Thank you for the buck, Rude Killer. You're the best. I'll tell you what, I mean, I wouldn't even be opposed to just an Andrade and Seth mini program of some kind. They don't even have to be a program. Just give Andrade a title match on Raw. Let these two guys main event for the belt and have Seth beat him in a 20-minute match. What's wrong with that? It'd be damn good wrestling, that's for sure. Any of y'all check out the first night of the G1? I watched most of that on Saturday. Actually, I just watched the tournament matches, is all I really watched. Not nearly as big of a house in Dallas as I was hoping. I wasn't expecting New Japan to sell out Dallas or anything like that, but you know, it's they're not doing any better numbers than WWE or All Elite for that matter, because I don't think Fyter Fest drew that much either. I mean, another thing I think wrestling should at least consider doing is one thing you notice as compared, to the Attitude Era, the early 90s when wrestling had nice exchange with Andrade and Seth there. The early 90s when attendance was really down in WWE, you notice all those Monday Night Raws were in tiny, tiny, tiny little arenas. I mean, super small, where the ring looked oversized. Some of those places were so small. I don't want to go that small, but maybe you can take a notch down. Instead of renting out these 20,000-seat arenas, why can't you just go to a 10,000-seat Civic Center or something like that? That could be easier. It would make the crowd feel a lot more intimate. Not that they can't do that already with all the tarping off, but it might even be a hair cheaper. But it seems like all these wrestling promotions are going into buildings that they're not coming close to selling out. And maybe WWE should start trying to run shows in smaller seat arenas, 10,000 seat. Hell, even like 8,000 seat arenas. At least the house will always be full, right? WWE's got such a relationship, though, with all these arenas. They're just right on their schedule. Their loops every year. They hit up about each city, 2-3 times a year? It's my favorite color, blue, kind of. I do a lot of blue on the channel, I know that. And that's it. Wait, this is an elimination match? Is the Extreme Rules match elimination? And how can a mixed tag be elimination? That's stupid because, like, technically Zelina got eliminated, but Becky is also eliminated. Lacey Evans is on the outside of the ring because Becky can't wrestle Andrade. So the elimination rule's dumb. Once one gender is eliminated, they're both eliminated. So what's the point of it being elimination? All right, Becky and Lacey just got into it on the outside of the ring. They're going to go to commercial here, you can tell. Oh, look at that nice old man. Handed Lacey her belt or her hat back, and she yanked it out of his hand. What a bitch. Rude Killer, thanks for the $2, brother. Will we hear from Director Heyman tonight? I don't know. I don't know what that leak was. The promo posters for Raw and SmackDown where they were advertising Heyman and Bischoff. All during the stream last week, I thought that's what we were going to see. And then people were like, no, that was leaked or it came out too early or whatever the fuck. But now, I think if we see Heyman and Bischoff on TV, WWE's going to promote the hell out of it on social media. And I haven't heard anything about that yet. At some point, they're going to have to get to that point. I'm happy for you. You relieved your constipation. And I'm telling you, when they originally came up with this like rule of not having commercial breaks during matches, I was like, oh, that can work. Good job. I wish them luck with that. And it's been a complete disaster. They should just abandon that whole stupid idea or rule because they have absolutely zero creativity when it comes to coming up with reasons to have a commercial. They did multiple 2 out of 3 falls matches in a span of just a few days. They were having restarts. Last week they did that right with Ricochet, won the match, and then a restart. All that done just to give us a commercial break. The brawl with Becky and Lacey just to give us the commercial break. That's fun sometimes, but if you have to concern yourself with doing that every single match, planning out your TV and your segments and your commercials, and you're just adding that to your already confusing creative situation, it's just not a headache they need to worry about right now. I appreciate the effort, but it sucks, and they need to abandon it right away. Thanks for another super chat there, Addicted Chip. Well, you can go into one of JD's chats, and I'm sure that same thing is reversed. We all have our fans. We all have our listeners. I've got mine, and everybody else has theirs. I ain't going to start debating on who's better. But thank you. I appreciate anybody that supports me. Oh, no, I didn't see that. If your stream froze, I did not see that. I was assuming that if they bring out Bischoff and Heyman, you're going to have, another draft or something like that. There's, no way around it. You're going to want to have to do, a kind of a relaunch, and the two guys come out there. I'd be perfectly fine with them just being, behind-the-scenes roles, in the company, but they're too big of personalities to only be behind the scenes. You're going to have to parade them out there on TV. And if they are going to be in charge, whether it be on camera or off camera, I would assume that both their on camera and off camera roles are going to want a new draft. Because if I'm behind the scenes and I'm Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman, I want a clean slate. I want to say, let's just take every roster member and let's all get together creatively and figure out where each person should go. And then you take care of SmackDown, I'll take care of Raw, and we're off to the races. But they already did the shakeup. The initial draft was just done 3 years ago. Wasn't it 3 years ago in July of 2016 that Shane and Stephanie were on camera, or I came on TV and said, oh, we're moving SmackDown to Tuesdays. It's going to be live. The brands are going to be equal. The brands are going to be separate. And that lasted, 30, 45 minutes? And we knew that was bullshit. And here we are 3 years later, and the whole thing is about to be abandoned. And now SmackDown's moving to Fox on a different night of the week. Brock is running around with that briefcase. I almost think Seth's red belt is safe. I think Kofi's WWE title might be in jeopardy when it comes to that briefcase. Yeah, well, I think it might be unrealistic to do a draft. I mean, I can see them wanting to do it just to kind of start fresh, but with all the drafting and flip-flopping and wild cards and shakeups that we've already done since WrestleMania, it's just going to further confuse things, you know? So maybe they just keep the rosters where they were and where they are and start working with it. And the first thing they can do, is abandon the wild card rule. I love the stomp on the ropes, but it just takes too long to set up, and you know it's coming. And it's done too much. Thank you, Christopher Heinrich. Appreciate the buck, dude. You're awesome. That's a possibility, too. They may not abandon the wild card rule. They might just drop it. Andrade's doing the triple suplex thing here on Seth. Becky is still on the apron as if she can tag in. I guess she can make some saves. We've done a draft with Heyman and Bischoff before, haven't we? Remember the thing with the balls and they roll like the lottery thing? I don't know if they really destroyed the set that bad last week. All they did was shoot off a bunch of pyro. There was only one hole knocked in it. WWE's done far worse to their sets. It was just, what, last year or two? That Strowman pulled the whole damn thing down on Brock and everybody? They came back next week with the same set, didn't they? Huh, that's good, Rude Killer. I'm glad you've somehow managed to figure out a way to sync me up with your TV. I know that can't be easy. When you add my delay that there already is and wherever I am on my TV, because I use a streaming app, so I could be 20 seconds behind and not even know it. Thank you, Nathan Hansen. Appreciate the $2. You're clearly watching the Home Run Derby. I'm not really interested in it. I mean, I like the Home Run Derby, but I haven't watched it in years. I used to love it in the 90s. Oh, Becky got taken out. Jesus, there's some hard hitting going on here. Oh, God. You can't be checking on your girl. She's a wrestler, man. She's going to take a bump sometimes. She's all right. Don't turn your back on Andrade, you dumbass. I'd be perfectly fine with Andrade winning this match, for sure, because that might help the chances of Becky and Seth winning. But part of me also thinks they're going to pull some shit at Extreme Rules. I mean, are they really going to put both belts on the line if nothing's going to happen? Hellraiser, I have DirecTV Now. It's just some streaming app that was bundled in with my phone. And it works because it plays Raw live for me on the West Coast. If I had regular cable, I'd have to wait till 8 o'clock to watch this shit. So this app really helps. Nathan, thanks for another $2, brother. My money's on Brock. Brock beats Kofi. And there's the stomp to Andrade. That's going to be the end of him. No more Andrade. I'm with you on that one, Joey. How can you not debut a new set for SmackDown on Fox? And if they are going to do any sort of set changes, I'd be willing to wait until the fall. Wait till SmackDown goes to Fox. Maybe change the Raw one up too. Change them both. Usher in a new era type of thing. Chris Ludecki, thank you, brother, for the $5. You are the man. How many months of consistently good Raws and SmackDowns will it take before people start looking forward to these shows again? And ratings increase. I think ratings will always be up and down, but I don't know. I can't really put a timetable on it. I definitely know it won't be overnight. And I think a lot of the problem with the people that are complaining about Bischoff and Heyman coming in, we didn't see the greatest Raw ever last week, which means they suck at their jobs and WWE wasted money hiring them. That was the overall opinion on the internet and on YouTube. Oh, I mean, how stupid is that, you know? Corbin has attacked Seth from behind on the stage. Becky's pushing him around and now punching him. Ooh. Oh my God, is that what it's called? The women's right? Is that what it's called? I never knew that. Good, the more they beat him down, the more they're going to win. If I want to see Lacey and Corbin get the last laugh on Seth and Becky here. Because there's no way they're going to kick the shit out of them on Raw and then go into Extreme Rules and win their belts too. 50-50 booking sort of counts in segments too. All right, so that whole thing opened the show. So I'm wondering if we get some more interaction with them before the show goes off the air. Oh, Heyman. He'll be out here to tease Brock. Well, last week we saw Heyman's fingerprints on some stuff. Apparently he had a big hand in Maria Kanellis' complete burial of her husband. And he had very much... What the fuck is that? He had a lot to do with the whole segment between Strowman and Lashley as well that opened the show last week. But it looks like he's out here just to talk about Brock, which is fine with me. Oh, I thought, women's right. No, Ratnick, I thought it was women's right. Like the women's, like a right hand. Like women's right. That's what I thought it was called. Or I thought I heard them say that. Holy shit, I forgot all about the caveman on Geico. That's funny. Thank you for the $2, Nick Musser. Maybe I'll take the $2 and head on over to Burger King and get me a taco. Burger King has tacos. Weird. I don't have a Burger King anywhere near me. I don't know if I would eat a Burger King taco. I live in San Diego. I live like 10 feet from the Mexico border. I don't think I'm allowed to eat a Burger King taco. But if I'm ever in one of those again, maybe I'll check it out. Hey, Jonathan, you're up in Vegas? Yeah, I felt, I didn't feel the first one, but I felt the second one. I was at work, and I work right on the ocean, and that's never fun, feeling the ground shake when you're standing next to a body of water that big. Nothing too crazy. We had some rattling and some mirrors moving around. Nothing broke. So it wasn't overwhelming down here. And the one before, I was home, and I just didn't feel it, or I was walking around doing something I just didn't notice. But I've felt a few since I've lived here in 10 years. Oh my God, Dorian Moore. I don't even know what that promo would look like. Elizabeth does not have the mic ability to bury Macho Man like Maria did to Mike. She's so quiet, such a sweetheart. She would never do that. But it'll be fun to see her try, especially on somebody as intense as Macho Man. Macho Man's the type of guy that would just interrupt her mid-promo and slap the shit out of her because he didn't care. Greetings from Scotland, Steve McDonald. Thanks for staying up late. Thank you, honey. Burger King has had tacos for a long time. They are delicious, better than Jack in the Box. So weird. Never knew that. Well, we got a, while we're doing fast food discussions here, we got a commercial. There is some talk, too, tonight that I thought was interesting about Bray Wyatt, because I guess tonight is the 6-year anniversary of him debuting in 2013. So tonight would be a perfect night for Wyatt to appear doing something, but I'm still good holding off. Like, I don't need to see him yet. But if they want to bring him back tonight, that would be pretty fitting, you know, for his character and shit like that, if they wanted to play into the date. But if they hold him off, I'm fine with that too. And I don't know what, and this I don't agree with. The Street Profits hanging around on Raw. I just don't want to see any more NXT guys called up until WWE has their shit together. Because every time you call up a great team or a great single star, they suck when they get to the main roster. So I don't want to see the Street Profit Experience or whatever the hell, if they come in and turn into the numerous tag teams that have come in and sucked. Corbin, I swear every week he adds one more button to unbutton. Damn, Lacey did tag Becky right in the jaw. Ow. Take notes, Nia Jax. That's how you do it. Cats, as of right now, are leaving me alone. Tito was up top on the shelf here. He jumped down and ran away. They're both sleeping, I guess. Thank you for the follow, Pro WrestleCast. I think that's what it said. Oh, Becky and, or I'm sorry, Lacey and Corbin are talking, if you give a shit, which I don't. Oh my God. Did he really just say that? It's like that song, Love Stinks. All right, Heyman, what do you got to tell us? Tell us something awesome, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for Mr. Money in the Bank 2019, Brock Lesnar.
Kenny eats mayo with a spoon. Kenny Rowe eats mayo with a spoon. Whoever Kenny Rowe is, you got a nasty habit, son. We got a GoodMicWork sign in the audience tonight? We better.
I happen to know something about the word extreme. The show will emanate from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I happen to know a lot.
They booed Philly. I didn't know Extreme Rules was in Philly. Perfect. I had no idea. Well, that makes sense. I'm glad it's not in Fargo, North Dakota. I think Fargo and Argo are the two best movies with the word Argo in the title.
Money in the Bank contract against either WWE champion Kofi Kingston or the Universal champion Seth Rollins. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. All right, we got 250 folks. Y'all do me a big favor and smash that thumbs up button for me. Try to get me up to 100 likes here. And make sure you subscribe if you've not yet already. I'm up here every Monday reacting to Raw and chilling with y'all. So shoot me a follow, shoot me a sub, and give me that like. Hook a brother up.
So I've either given you a heads up on a historical event that happens this Sunday, or I'm screwing with Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston.
You're definitely screwing with us because
Only I
Brock should be at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. One other being knows the answer too. The former and future reigning, defending, undisputed, universal, and or WWE champion, Brock Lesnar.
Is Amanda Nunez at ringside or something? Why are y'all saying this? Am I missing something?
Rollins didn't already have enough to worry about with his winners take all match alongside Becky Lynch. Now he's got the beast blooming.
And Kofi Kingston has to now be concerned about it as well.
Yeah, because Kofi's got Samoa Joe come Sunday at Extreme Rules. Well, will Brock Lesnar be at Extreme Rules? We'll have to.
Who's the dude that won the UFC fight in 5 seconds? That was great.
In Philadelphia Sunday, despite what happened last week, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley will be there. Let's take you back to one of the most shocking, horrific incidents we've
Oh,
ever
relax,
witnessed on
Michael
Monday
Cole.
Night Raw.
Can we just hear Corey Graves say holy shit again?
That is the
That's all I need to see.
men,
Y'all went a little bit overboard with the pyro there, WWE.
Bobby Lashley. There are no disqualifications. There are no countouts. Falls.
All right, good to see you in here, James. Glad to see you made it. A little bit late, but that's cool. All right, we've got 300 people in here. Not bad. Thanks for smashing that thumbs up. The likes are climbing up a little bit there. I'd like to shoot for at least 200 likes, but I think 100 is a good start. Tony Tudat drinking Bloody Marys on a Monday night. I don't think I've ever in my entire life had a Bloody Mary on a Monday night, but if I had the ingredients here, I'd join you. Sounds delicious. No okra, I hate that shit. I'll take celery or a pickle. I swear, they went about 20 seconds further with that pyro than I think they needed to, but... That's a great image right there. Bobby Lashley's face is perfect going through the grating there. I love the camera angle. I think that's fantastic the way they had that. A very dirty shot. A lot of cables, a lot of shit in the way. Something that Vince would probably freak out over if that was for real. So it had that more realistic vibe to it. I think they could have stopped with that, though. Like, I didn't need, like, I don't want to nitpick, but I didn't need to see them wheeled into the ambulance. I would have been fine with that one camera shot and just seeing the EMTs roll them away, out of shot, out of frame. They don't need to show them shutting the door to the ambulance. So I think they were, like, they were almost realistic with it, but not as realistic as I wanted them to be. I don't need to see the ambulance leaving. I get it. They're fucked up. And they need medical treatment at a medical facility. I understand that. I don't need to see the ambulance. But everything else about it I thought was fantastic.
Standing match in which you win by incapacitating your opponent until he cannot make it to his feet by the count of 10. It takes place this Sunday. Strowman versus Lashley. Last man standing in Extreme Rules, streaming live on the WWE Network. Whatever's left of these two behemoths, I guarantee you after Sunday.
That dude right there is funny. All right, here comes Miz. Where the hell's the Miz been? I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. I remember when I was a kid spending summers like off of school and being at the neighborhood pool or the beach a lot because I lived in the South, and my dad had somewhere read that celery was really good for like your skin if you're going to be out in the sun. So every time I went to the pool or to the beach, he would make me eat celery just because he read some fucking article. Drove me nuts. Miz, you are so silly. I did hear Rhonda possibly coming back a little bit quicker than we thought, which is good. I miss Rhonda. I always had Rhonda's back. I thought she did a fantastic job. She took to wrestling very much the way Kurt Angle did, just almost immediately. And it was about, and is as good as you can ever ask anybody to be a year into the business, you know? Oh, this is 2 out of 3 falls? I didn't catch that. So stupid. I'd rather just not do the no commercials during matches thing if this is the way they're rectifying it.
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and new creamy Snickers.
I don't like the words nut butter together. Sounds gross.
We were front row. I'll never forget that day.
Okay.
Rely on gives you more, like big savings on our best phones when you switch. That's Verizon.
What makes DiGiorno crispy pan pizza different?
I heard that report about that, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Fresh in its own can, giving our DiGiorno pizza a crispy caramelized crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Oh man, I don't want this boring food. How'd it do? Did someone say KFC Cheetos co-branded chicken sandwich?
Yeah, what's Elias up to these days? Who the hell is he feuding with?
Try KFC's new Cheetos sandwich.
No, C-Mac, I'm not into WWE games. I say this all the time. I'm not into any video games. I don't play them. I used to play game consoles back in the 90s. I've got a Nintendo and a Genesis and an Atari right over here. But I never played anything beyond like 1993. So never had an Xbox, PlayStation, none of that shit. So I am completely illiterate when it comes to WWE video games. I don't know shit about them. Besides, with the channel, I don't have time for video games. I wouldn't even leave the house if I was into those. My priority is you guys. I'd rather talk to y'all about wrestling than play video games. But y'all can play video games. You can play video games while you're listening to me talk about wrestling. See how good y'all have it? Lucky. Lucky. I'm into Kevin Owens' face turn. I think he'll make a decent... I think he's a better heel. He's, you know, but he'll make an okay babyface. He'll be a lot like Edge. Good babyface, solid babyface, can say some funny things on the mic, but overall probably better as a nasty heel. But I like Owens. I'm a big fan of his. Thanks for the super chat, Mike Witt. Don't know the latest on Sasha either. I know that there's some talks. I mean, Sasha's not going anywhere. To me, it's just basically a holdout of when she's going to come back to work. They're not going to let her out of her contract. They're going to have to reconcile or something and bring her back, and she's going to have to go back to work. So it sounds like they're maybe on pace to do that, you know, and they're on the road to getting her back in the mix and her showing up at SummerSlam. Whatever she does now, I think bringing her back as a surprise or a run-in would be a lot of fun. Especially if it involves Bayley, or she comes out and screws Bayley, or I don't know, something like that. I'm really surprised they dropped those tag belts as quickly as they did, but they did. It's done. You can't undo it. All you can do now is make the best of it, and if you try to maybe now pull the trigger on an actual Sasha and Bayley feud, might be all right. I'd like to see Bayley turn heel and do a double turn with Alexa or something. I think that would be fun. All right, here's Shane and McIntyre recruiting a garbage man to be Roman's partner. Is that Duke Drosy?
This man right here, he knows a thing or two about being the best in the world. What's your name? Tony.
Oh, his name should have been...
How would you like to be Roman Reigns' tag team partner tonight? Hey, I can tell you're speechless. It's going to be amazing. I'll tell you what, hang around here. We're going to go do a couple things and we'll be back, all right? It's going to be awesome. Right, enjoy. Enjoy. I like this dude. He's a king.
I like this dude.
Well, still to come tonight, Shane McMahon teams with the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre against the big dog Roman Reigns and a partner of Shane McMahon's choosing. That's going to be terrible for the big dog.
So we'll see who Shane winds up picking here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of an Undertaker appearance. I mean, don't forget these two guys are in a tag team. And it's a go-home show, so you might have to have Taker come out. All right, Elias is with the Revival.
They're the tag team champions, the Revival, teaming with Elias here tonight. 2 out of 3 falls, 6-man tag team.
Oh, I didn't even know this was a 6-man match. All right, we got Usos and Miz against Elias and Revival. 6-man, 2 out of 3 falls match. Whatevs. That guy needs to tan his head. Yeah, he does. He looked like he was freshly shaven.
Check it out. Tonight, we teaming up with the Miz. Hey, Miz, you might have gave me your stitches and got rid of Shane, huh? Welcome to the real team, Moose. Oh, yeah, and the Revival comes Sunday at Extreme Rules. 7 times.
I like how Miz is bopping his head trying to be...
I hope you like singing the blues, too, because you're about to get locked.
Miz looks super white next to those guys. That's okay, I would too. Don't feel bad, Miz.
And this matchup features 2 great rivalries in WWE right now. The Usos 6-time tag champs and the Revival, and of course Elias, who's been doing Shane McMahon's bidding as of late, and the Miz.
When it comes to the tag division, there is no hotter tag team rivalry right now than the Usos and the Revival.
Two of the best tag teams, maybe the 2 best tag teams on the planet Earth. And it's a 2 out of 3 falls matchup.
The Revival love to tell people how good they are.
And it's Scott Dawson of the Revival starting things off. Revival the current.
That'd be nice. It wouldn't be cool if we could skip live TV. You know, technology, we might get there. In another 1,000 years, we might be able to fast forward reality. It's that movie with the fucking remote. But I would definitely like to do that now during this match. Because even every piece of talent here in this match is perfectly fine. I like the Usos, I like the Miz, I like Elias, I like the Revival. But in the scheme of things, in a 2 out of 3 falls 6-man match, does it matter or do you give a shit who wins this? No. I absolutely do not care.
Oh, arm drag takedown into the arm bar.
And this is going to kill time until the top of the hour. Probably longer than that. As we are 40 minutes into this Monday Night Raw on July 8th, 2019.
Big elbow. It's a smash mouth style of the revival. No flips, just fists. And here comes Elias, who I have been so impressed by recently. And so Shane McMahon. Elias seemed to...
Well, despite the boring match here, we got nearly 300 folks in the chat, which is kind of cool. I think it was Mike Witt. Thanks for the $2. I tweeted that. I tweeted that the years have not been kind to Duke Drosy. He looks a little rough. But I always like, I mean, Duke Drosy had these stupid gimmick, 100%. But when you go back and watch him now, he was actually quite charismatic. He was a good talker. He was a handsome fella. He could do great impressions. He was entertaining, and I think they never really utilized that. He never got a chance to cut promos. He was one of the more liked guys backstage, from the stories that I've heard. Got along with everybody, just overall good dude, and was funny and entertaining and had a witty sense of humor. And WWE never once even attempted to capitalize that on TV. Instead, they capitalized on the fact that, oh, we can make this guy a trash man. He can carry a goddamn trash can to the ring. And his theme music is going to be the sound of a trash truck backing up. Fuck. Put a microphone in his hand. Let him cut a promo on somebody. The guy could have gotten over. Listen to me pitching a career push for Duke Drosy. Gives you an idea how exciting this match is.
Shane McMahon.
Miz has this cagey side to him that's coming up to the surface right now.
Rey Mysterio, incidentally, to Gregory, who says Andrade and Rey should start a faction. A faction might not be too bad for Rey given his age, but I don't know if I see Rey in a faction. But given where he is in his career, I think much like AJ Styles, a faction is a good idea for him. He's 42 years old. Revival just caught the first fall here. We should hit a commercial now.
The second and possible third fall coming after the commercial break here, live on Monday Night Raw.
Be awkward if you were sharing these nachos with anyone but yourself. Nachos are now a meal. With your
But Rey, I think we're going to see back here tonight. He was at least advertised, I thought.
a medium drink. The $5 grande nachos box, only at Taco Bell.
Thanks, Golden Corral. Dan gets a slow smoked sirloin, and my little trio are as happy as shrimp. Oops, clams. And Mom got it all. Hook, line, and sirloin. The slow smoked sirloin and shrimp trio. Golden Corral, the only one.
Barney, the purple dinosaur, will be Roman's tag team partner. I'd pay to see that. That'd be entertaining. Can you imagine that motherfucker on the outside of the ring reaching for the hot tag? Barney with the hot tag.
Plus free phones.
He's going to give him the purple pile driver. Something like that, right? What would his theme music be? That stupid song he sings? Call the CFOs and ask him to do a remix of that. Yeah, time for a Stella Cheers. That's what I'm drinking tonight. I wasn't going to drink any beer at all tonight, but it was such a long weekend. I was like, why not? I got a lot of stuff I'm doing. My house is kind of in shambles right now because I'm rearranging a lot of shit in here. By the way, I got some videos up if you guys want to check them out. I did not come up here this week and do any sort of a live stream because of the holiday weekend. I was just too busy. I came up and did an impromptu live stream just as a test on Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. Just talked about a few things, and I even deleted it right after. It was almost just like a little test run. I've set myself up for a template to where I'm going to periodically and sparingly do off-camera live streams where I just come up and have an image and I'll talk about something that I don't have time to do an actual video on. And I was kind of testing that format over the weekend, so I did that. But I also have a This Day in History that I did yesterday, anniversary of the NWO's formation at Bash at the Beach, 1996. I share a lot of personal memories about that time. The video is not long. It's less than 14 minutes long. And I just talk about my memories of that time, what I thought about Hogan's heel turn, Hall and Nash's transition from WWF to WCW, and all the shit going around at that time. So if you want to check it out, link is in the top right-hand corner there. And aside from that, my most recent video, other than that, was last week when I did a whole video on Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman's hiring into the company. So that's really it for content on the channel from last week. But this week, I'll be up here in a few days to completely predict the Extreme Rules pay-per-view and talk about some other things as well. And then in August, Right when I get back from my trip in Michigan, I'm going to launch the Winged Eagle podcast, completely revamping my podcast idea. Been working on it. It's done. It's ready to go. I might even do a soft opening or a test run prior to my trip, but it's not going to officially launch until August. And then when we get into the fall season and AEW starts on TNT and SmackDown moves to Fox, I'm going to have everything set just the way I want it on the channel, and we're going to rock and roll. So it'll be fun. Let me go back up here and answer some super chats that I missed. Roderick, thanks for the $5, dude. I appreciate it. From Mudda Russia and the best overlooked jobber, Barry Horowitz. Yes, poor Barry. What's he up to these days? He's still with us, right? He's doing conventions and shit. I'd like to meet Barry Horowitz. I never met him, or did I? Did I meet him in 96? I don't think I met Barry Horowitz ever. And we got Rude Killer. Thanks for the $2. 2 out of 3 falls match. More like commercial break matches. That's all that is. Like, WWE has done more 2 out of 3 fall matches in the last 2 weeks than they have in the last 2 years. I mean, have we really seen more than 5 in the last, like, year or two? We're getting 5 in 2 weeks? That's nuts. And thank you for the 99 cents there, Scott Moss. You're the best. Rude Killer, I mentioned the G1 a little while ago. I caught the first night of it. It was funny, too, because I'm subscribed to New Japan World, and I was doing a stream right before the show started on Saturday. And I was like, okay, I'm going to fire up New Japan World and start watching the G1, and it wouldn't come up. So for, I guess, U.S. People, we get the replay after it airs, and I guess you had to stream it on Access TV. But I was heading off to work anyway, so I was like, fuck it. And when I came home, it was available, and I was able to check it out. But it should be a fun few weeks. I enjoyed last year's. Yeah, I saw the John Cena video. If I was Cena, I would have slapped the shit out of that guy. What a douchebag. Yeah, I saw Nunez KO of Holly Holm. I thought that was a TKO, but it was a pretty quick fight, though. Holly went down pretty quick. Worst gimmick, Bastion Booger or TL Hopper? I'm probably going to go Bastion Booger, because Bastion Booger, you didn't know what it was. He literally had duct tape wrapped around him. They could have just brought him in. I mean, he was Muck and Sing and Stampede. They could have just kept him that. It would have been much better. But that shit wrapped all around him was just, oh my god. And you didn't even know what it was. What is this thing? You know, like, at least TL Hopper, he had a gimmick. He was a fucking plumber. He had a plunger. And he'd flush your head down a toilet or something. So I actually think Booger was worse than TL Hopper. I didn't think anything could be worse than TL Hopper, but Dirty White Boy was a pretty decent-sized star in the South. So was Booger, but they come into WWE and they give him stupid-ass gimmicks. Even dumber than the ones they had before. I think Mantar was worse than both of them. Roderick, thanks for the $1. You're the man. Yeah, I hate the routineness of Raw every week as well, Rocksmith, but you're not going to be able to avoid that in some cases. I think Heyman and his influence creatively is going to help some of the just redundant type of issues that we have to deal with every week, but still, doesn't matter who's in charge of Raw. You could have a goddamn creative genius. You could have 10 Paul Heymans in charge of Raw, and you're still not going to avoid the fact that you have 3 hours per week of this show, plus 2 of SmackDown. There's no way you're just going to get stale. Not only, I've said it before, not only has everything been done, everything's been done twice. You don't get that feeling anymore of wanting more. When Raw would end in the Attitude Era, in a 97, 98, 99, 2000 Monday Night Raw, the show ended and you literally could not wait till next week. We don't feel like that now. We hope next week takes a year to get here just so we don't have to watch it again. What a difference 20 years makes. Oh, that 99 cents was from the Sheik to make me humble. I will always be humbled anywhere around the Sheik.
Tips away yet again. Almost there, tap in. Here comes
All right, Miz has got the hot.
Here comes the A-lister.
Oh, skull finale him already? No, we're gonna get a save. He ain't gonna get the pin here. No way.
Gives it up here on Dawson.
Oh, it is.
The Usos and The Miz have won the second.
Commercial?
We are now tied at a fall of
I thought for sure somebody would make that save.
Jimmy Uso made the tag to Miz. I don't think Miz was aware. Wilder dropped. Double team on the Usos. Third fall's now official. Scott Dawson in all types of trouble.
No commercial? You got a third fall. That's what it means. Commercial.
Gonna fly. Jimmy Uso takes out Dash Wilder.
Damn, we're gonna get this over now?
Dawson, hook of the leg.
Yeah, all right. That was quick. So they went down 0-1 and then won the next two falls real quick. At least they didn't drag it out with another commercial break. That was an 11-minute, 2 out of 3 falls match. Wow.
Six-man tag team match here on Monday Night Raw. Why is it walked out on the revival? On a three-fall handicap match, if we're being completely honest.
Drill sergeant gimmick. I don't know. I think of Slaughter, obviously, but they did a couple in WCW. They had Sergeant Craig Pittman, and then they had the little guy that ran the power plant. I forgot his name, but he had that type of gimmick in WCW. I don't know if I've ever been a fan of it. I like the Miz dancing around. Okay, we got a Beat the Clock Challenge. Winner choose a stipulation for SmackDown Women's title match at Extreme Rules. Did Renee say happy wife, happy life? That implies that the only one that matters in the relationship is the wife. That's horseshit. Drake has still got that belt. R-Truth better win this back tonight or I'm canceling my WWE Network. I am tired of R-Truth not being champion. Sick and tired of it. What do I think is John Cena as an actor? I think John Cena is good. I actually do. Oh my God, Drake, you need to stop. And his wife is a wrestler, right? They're an interesting looking couple. That's great. He's got the belt in front of her face. That's actually pretty funny. It's like the worst honeymoon ever. They went to Orlando and now Newark. Damn. Hello, white dress.
I can't believe you. First you took me on our honeymoon, where you decided to take pictures.
He's hiding in a
7 title.
production crate.
Now you have me playing watch out while you're in a crate. Do you think this is enjoyable?
Well, if somebody sees you sitting on a crate, they're going to know he's in a crate, girl.
We're all here, right? And that's what matters. You, me, and the 24/7 championship. Hey, there's a lot of room in this here crate.
I mean, that dress alone ain't PG. Like, Jesus. I can see her name and address.
I'm sorry I've upset you. Look, tonight when we get out of here, I'm going to show the world what a great 24/7
What is it?
champion I am,
She's fucking her way to the middle.
what a great husband I am as well. And then, I'm going to give you the honeymoon that you deserve.
Really?
Really?
Alright. Until then, and only then, we can consummate our marriage.
Really?
Really?
Really? Yes! I'm going to get it on with my wife!
Consummate the marriage.
Honey, stay right here. I think I gotta go.
Nope, no new jobbers. Same 7.
Poor girl.
Poor girl. She's putting up a lot of shit from Drake.
Greatest match superstar in WWE history. Rey Mysterio is back in action from injury. He'll be issuing an open challenge live next.
Welcome back, Ray. He turned up when they were here at the house show a couple weeks ago here in the whale's vagina. I might as well grab another beer. I'll be right back. Y'all want one? All right. Oh shit! I almost forgot. I want to give a quick shout out to my my childhood buddy Daniel. He and I had a long hour-and-a-half phone conversation today, and I filled him in on the YouTube channel. He wasn't aware of it. I let him know what I've been up to the last few years, and kind of blew his mind a little bit. So hopefully he's watching. If you are, what up, dude? Fun talk today, and we'll get you on the channel one of these days, and we can do a joint podcast or something to where we can talk about some of our times and shit we did on the road and stuff. It was a lot of fun. So I'm hoping to have him on the channel one of these days here in the near future. Tell some road stories of all the shit we used to get into when we would travel and follow WWE around like hippies would follow fish. That's what we were.
The Tyson chicken that bears his name is raised with no antibiotics ever. Every nugget, strip, and drumstick.
Yeah, I wonder what Crash Holly thinks of this new reincarnation of the 24/7 title. I think they've done okay with it. Like, I will stand corrected. I hated the idea at first. I thought there was no way in modern times they could make it fun. I thought they were going to make it stupid, corny, cheesy, annoying, every negative description you can think of. And so far, they've done a pretty good job with it. Hasn't all been good, but for the most part, they've made me chuckle more than once, and that's more than I expected out of them with this concept. So, right on.
With Domino's carry-out insurance, we'll remake your order for free if anything happens to it on the way home. Even if it's not your fault. Like if it's whoever that guy's chasing's fault. Or if it's man's best.
Thank you, W. Turner. Glad you got a chance to listen to the NWO video. Yeah, it was short. I actually did it on the fly. It was Saturday night, late Saturday night. It was like 12 midnight. And I had just noticed that the date, and I saw that it was the NWO's anniversary. I'm like, oh, perfect. I can bust out a quick 15-minute commentary. So I did. Had it uploaded just a couple hours later, and it was perfect Sunday upload. So I kind of did that one on the fly. Oh, Nick Musser misses Southern MicWork. He's still here. Don't worry. He's still here. Southern MicWork, living in Southern California. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't never going to lose this accent. It's there. It's permanently implanted in my soul. It tends to happen after like your 50th trip to Waffle House. It just kind of gets infused and entwined in your soul. The accent, and don't go nowhere. It's here to stay. Yeah, congrats to the women. Repeating as World Cup champs. Very cool. WWE gives a belt to everybody. Oh, they got, look at this little tiny soda dude. Is he one of the Samoan guys?
This is a huge opportunity. I think you should say thank you to Shinhir.
Damn, which performance center guy is this? They starting a mini division?
Best in the world to you. The biggest, best in the world.
Dude, can I get one of them beers? It's probably Roman Reigns' cousin. I think Rey Mysterio is a fucking 6 inches taller than that guy. That dude ain't no beer vendor. Look at those muscles. I don't know, though. That shit ain't easy. That was my very first job ever as a kid. I sold concessions at football games at East Carolina. And we carry these heavy-ass fucking trays full of sodas, and I'd go up and down those stairs. I got in good shape doing that. That was not easy. And I was young back then, so don't sleep on that job. I would come home, I'd be soaked. My legs and pants and feet would just be soaked and sticky from all the syrup, from the sodas just splashing down. They had lids on them, but they would still, like, overflow. Oh, my God. I made a lot of money as a teenager back then. Mike Witt, thanks for the $5, dude. I appreciate it. What was the first match of the night at WrestleMania 3? The best Mania, in my opinion. Still think it's awesome that you were there. Well, the first pay-per-view match was Can-Am's and Morocco and Ace. When was I? God, I fucking don't remember.
I'm gonna keep it short and simple.
I've never thought about the dark matches before.
I stood in this ring 6 weeks ago with my arm in a sling.
Man, I'm trying to retrace my steps since that was 32 years ago. I don't remember anything except for that match. I gotta look it up. We should Wikipedia it. I don't think I was sitting down for any dark matches. Because I actually remember when we sat down, the place was full. And I was young, too. I had no idea if my dad was fucking on time for that shit or not. I know it was an afternoon time. I think it was like a 4 o'clock start because it was daylight out when we got there.
So, I beat the doctor's predictions.
Yeah, you did. Oh, Ray, I'm sorry. I'm being rude with your promo here. Not listening to you.
Now, I'm back. And I am so ready to go. I'm ready to compete. That's why tonight, I'm going to go ahead and issue an open challenge to anybody in the back.
Why are you issuing an open challenge? You don't even have a belt.
I am so ready to go. So come on, anybody in the back, ready to throw down? Let's do it.
Should be an NXT person. Just somebody fun. Or
Open challenge from Mysterio.
maybe not Bray Wyatt, I hope. John Cena?
By Ray returning from it.
Why don't I know whose music this is? Or is it Lashley's? Oh, it is Lashley's. Lashley and Ray? How is Bobby Lashley okay, but Strowman's not? Didn't Roman Reigns, like, kill Braun Strowman and he walked away from it? Why do I have a feeling we're going to get Braun Strowman coming out here any minute? I think this is just a way to get Strowman and Lashley involved. They got a match, right? It would have been fun if it was Hoovy. Maybe not Hoovy. I don't like Hoovy. Hoovy's a jerk-off. Maybe somebody else. Chavo. Well, we got an actual match here between Lashley and Mysterio. Somewhat of a small size differential here. Feels like Bobby Lashley's just wrestling one of his own legs. Sleeping Angels, you're done? Don't be done. You can hang out with us. There's 300 people in here hanging out. By the way, we all smash that thumbs up if you have not yet already. We can get up to 200 likes. There's 300 people in here. We can do it. Since nobody cares about this match, right? And it's over. Welcome back, Ray. You just got squashed. That actually is kind of an impressive win. I mean, Lashley just beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio and pinned him hard. And that's not a small victory. I mean, a month ago on Raw, Ray probably would have won that match. Are we going to get Braun's music? Like, how can Braun be in the hospital after everything else that he's survived? How can him crashing through the LED screen put him in the hospital for 3 weeks? It don't make no sense. Lashley should use the Dominator again. I wasn't a big fan of the Dominator. I didn't like it when Farouk did it. It just feels like you're picking somebody else up and throwing them down on their knees. Doesn't even look like it really hurts. I mean, Lashley's bigger, though. I think he could pull it off better than Simmons. But when Farouk would use that, I hated it. Oh, man. Is he going to do more damage to Ray? We got to see Lashley. Lashley, please come out here. I'm not Lashley. Strowman, please come out here and save Ray. I don't want to see Mysterio die. Damn. Grabbing him by the mask. Oh, he is. He's going to throw him into the screen, isn't he? Oh, is he going to... Remember when Nash lawn darted Ray? Oh, Lord. He stopped because of the referee? Oh, that's lame. You should have done it. Yeah, good. Do it, man. Don't back off. Yeah, you got to do it. There he goes. He's about to throw Ray. Come on, Lashley. Oh, when he just threw him into the referees instead? Picked up the spare? Go throw Corey Graves through it. Will you grab him? Well, I mean, I'll say this for Lashley. Got an attitude now, talking some shit, beating the crap out of Hall of Famers. It's taking them forever to figure out their niche with Bobby Lashley. I mean, they put Leo Rush with him to try to give him a little bit more of an attitude, a mouthpiece type of thing. Now they're trying to have him do it on his own, and so far it's not horrible. Which should be a compliment, really. All right, we're still getting the... I don't know if that must be the main event, this Roman tag match. Wouldn't it be super fun if it was Jon Moxley? He's an independent contractor, right? Why can't he come in and sign for one night with WWE and help out Roman Reigns and then leave? I'm not a big fan of beat the clock challenges either, because you're basically having matches where you know the outcome. You know the person that's in the beat the clock challenge is going to win the match. It's just a matter of how long it takes them to win the match. They should throw us a curveball and just do some upsets. They probably have before. I just can't think of any examples. And in the beat the clock challenge, have somebody lose. I miss being a kid in the summer. Do whatever the fuck you want. One summer, I swear I even know the year. It was probably 1988 or 9. I went the entire summer without taking a shower. The whole summer as like a 12-year-old kid. Didn't take a shower. Went to the pool every day, got cleaned off that way, and that was it. I didn't wear shoes or take a shower for like however many weeks we were off from school. It was literally like that. My feet didn't know what socks were.
Any morning of the week, feel like the weekend. With Jimmy Dean's Simple Scrambles. Made fresh with 2 real eggs, sausage, and cheese. And ready in seconds.
Why don't you put a Sunday morning channel?
I should spear Cole through the LED screen? Yeah. As long as that LED screen was located right on a cliff, and I could change the spear to a clothesline so I wouldn't go over with him, then yeah, I'd be all for that.
We got lazy and crawled right back into our caves. So find your fire. Live more. It's what you were made for. Get out of your caves.
I hate the Bliss Nikki Bailey storyline as well. Austin, I am hoping we get some sort of a swerve. I know it's a long shot. If WWE does ever plan to turn Bailey heel, I don't know how the hell they do it. But this might be kind of fun with Bliss insisting that Bayley is some evil asshole. And then if it comes out and turns out that Bliss was right all along, and she's proved right, and you do a double turn, you turn Alexa Bliss babyface and Bayley heel, maybe. But on the surface, it just looks like the typical Alexa Bliss storyline. She's taking advantage of another fellow female wrestler. She did the same shit with Nia Jax and probably somebody else too. She clearly is using Nikki, doesn't give a fuck about her. Their alliance and their pairing on TV is weird enough as it is. So it feels like it's not going anywhere at all, but it would be funny if it turned out to be an actual friendship and Bayley was the evil one, and they did an Austin Brett WrestleMania 13 double turn with Alexa and Bayley. I'd be open to that more than where this storyline is likely going to end up and go and be blown off. I'd be more into that idea. But that takes guts, and I think WWE now has people in place like Heyman and Bischoff that have a set of fucking balls on them and might not be scared to try a thing or two. And I'd like to see him try that. Like I said, if Sami Zayn can make an excellent heel, anybody can. He's surprised the hell out of me. And I think if Sami can do it, so can Bayley. Thank you, Chris. Glad you got a chance to check out my latest This Day in History as well. I want to try to keep those going as much as possible. I think I did 4 or 5 in the month of June alone, so... or maybe 4 or 5 since I started them. Something like that. But I've done a lot since I've got them going. I want to keep those going as much as possible. And I want to thank you guys, too. Oh, here comes the club. For all your patience this summer, it's really paid off. I've gotten so much shit done behind the scenes, and I'm really excited for the fall. And all of your loyalty, support, and patience has been a big part of that progression, so I appreciate it. Hi, Charlie. How are them new contracts, boys?
I don't owe you or anyone else an explanation. Get out of my face.
AJ, you need to be less dismissive with Charlie, or me and you're going to have a problem. Apparently the deals were for big money. Oh, no way, Jose. Jesus Christ. No way, Rose. Should be his name. Spaz Phoenix, good to see you in here, man. Y'all give his channel a look and a subscription over there. And thanks for the $10, dude. I appreciate it. Just want to share some breaking news. Earlier today, George Iceman Menezes announced Destiny Wrestling has signed a TV deal with Fight Network, 1 2-hour show a month called Super Fight Saturdays. That's cool. Is Destiny out the outfit out of Toronto that's near you? I know you've told me about them before. Sweet. Good for them. Any sort of deal, streaming deal, TV deal, internet deal that any sort of promotion can get these days is good. It's exposure. It used not to be like that back in the day with the independent promotions. You'd only get them if you were a tape trader. None of them would be on TV. There was no way to stream or look up anything. They were invisible unless you lived in the area. I thought Cesaro's theme would grow on me, but it's still growing. I'm not sure if I'm fully transitioned into it yet. Plus, he's wrestling No Way fucking Jose when he should be wrestling for the minimum of the U.S. title. Who the fuck is the U.S. champion? Oh, yeah, Ricochet. When Ricochet and AJ are done, let's put that belt back on Cesaro. He had a solid run with it when he first came in, remember? Maybe it could be a resurgence for him. Or give him the Intercontinental. Hey, Cesaro and Balor matches would be good. You book that feud effectively with some good shit. It'd be a lot. I mean, he's in the ring with No Way Jose. If he loses to No Way Jose, I'm quitting life. No Way Jose believes he's been overlooked. Yeah, because he's got a stupid ass gimmick.
If you want to have a good time, you hang out with No Way Jose. You want to be successful, you watch Cesaro. He's like an encyclopedia.
Looked like Carlito and Adam Rose had a late night orgy, and No Way Jose was born out of that.
Gut-wrench suplex to No Way Jose. Arguably the most complete in-ring competitor in WWE.
Pound for pound, watching the way that Cesaro works, the way his mind operates, and the way he just puts it all into work inside that ring.
It sounds like cliche, but while most guys are out there playing checkers, Cesaro's playing chess, or he's going for a swing. Right into the sharpshooter. Middle of the ring, No Way Jose, nowhere to go. Sharpshooter locked in. No Way Jose trying to somehow desperately make it to the fighting tap.
Thank God No Way Jose tapped out. Man, I tell you what, if No Way Jose would have scored some sort of a weird roll up there, I would have lost my shit.
Here tonight with a victory live on Monday Night Raw.
Putting Cesaro in the same category as Dolph Ziggler booking-wise, no, I mean, as sad as it sounds, I'd put Ziggler above him. Oh, excuse me. I'd put Ziggler above Cesaro, because at least Ziggler's getting title shots and shit. Cesaro's out there working with No Way Jose. Now, here's the Street Profits. I mean, I like these guys, but I don't think they got... They don't need to be here.
For a very special reminder. And that you should never cross Cesaro, because you may end up in the upside down. Hey. Plug the network, Taz. Right. This Sunday, streaming live on the WWE Network. It's Extreme Rules.
Is that it?
When the
Nope, it's not.
psychopath, Drew McIntyre, and the best.
You don't get these guys? I like them. I think they're fantastic. I'm just nervous as shit for them being on the main roster right now. Keep them in NXT. They got no business being on Raw. Because I like them and I don't want to see them be ruined.
Roman Reigns and Gold.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I like them a lot better than Enzo and Cass. Neither one of them seem like a douchebag. Stranger Things reference. I didn't catch it. I don't watch Stranger Things, but I hear it's great. That's funny. Change No Way Jose's name to Hose B because I have a coworker at work, Jose, and we call him Hose B. That's like his name at work, Hose B.
So wait, you can pick anyone. Anyone. What about Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi Leonard.
Anyone. But you know what? We out of time, man. Hey, Kerwin, in the truck, Kerwin. Let's go, man. Transition.
Kerwin doesn't still work in the truck, does he? Is Kerwin Selfie still back there? I kind of thought he was not there. I thought it was just Kevin Dunn. Damn, Kerwin is still there? Kerwin White. Yeah, maybe they were talking about Kerwin White. I did not think Kerwin was still in a backstage capacity. Maybe he is. Holy shit. That whole production team's been there 30 years, man. Fresh Prince is now on Netflix. Cool. Dawkins has been there since the beginning. I didn't even know that. Well, some guys just bloom late, you know? Ben Espinosa, sorry. Greg, I'm going to meet Renee Young and John Moxley at Northeast Wrestling event in Norwich, Connecticut on August 17th. Renee Young is with WWE. John Moxley is in AEW. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, that should be crazy. I mean, they're married. They live together. They're inside each other sometimes, but for them to do like joint autograph sessions, that's probably a pretty interesting. It's such a weird dynamic because you didn't have so much of that back in WWE. You had a few instances of that, but not many, where you had either family members or spouses in separate promotions. You know, you had Dustin and Dusty separated in WWE and WWF. Shawn Michaels and the Nitro Girl, maybe a couple of other examples, but for the most part, everybody was separate. Now you got spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends. You got Chelsea Green and Zack Ryder together. You got lots of talent involved with each other that are both working for each company. So it's weird how it all works. I'm surprised WWE's not tried to implement some no dating policy or something like that, like the dress code shit. I'm actually surprised WWE has not attempted to do that. Good luck with that, WWE. Yeah, you got a locker room full of women and a locker room full of men, and you're gonna tell them not to fuck? See how that goes.
You got any ideas? Because we don't mean it.
They're really important because it changes the meaning of. So if you're doing.
If you don't love your glasses, we'll make it right. Guaranteed. Vision works. See the difference.
Yeah, Brett and Owen, exactly. Yeah, the Hearts especially with Brett and Owen, and then Davey and Jim went over to WCW as well. Cole and Britt that was another one I was trying to think of. I knew there was a major NXT guy that was with somebody else as well. That's right, Cole and Britt Baker, Mickey and Aldis. Though Aldis I think is okay. I don't think that one bothers WWE too much. But I swear there's more than that. There's more in AEW. There's one or two others that I'm missing. You got the boyfriend in AEW and the girlfriend in WWE, or vice versa. There's at least two more examples of that I'm sure y'all can help me with. Oh, the Extreme Rules official theme. I don't give a shit. Poor Mike Kanellis. I mean, I guess they did that. I mentioned that they should do a loser leaves Raw thing.
Me and my bitch take on you and yours.
I'm pregnant. And Maria pretty much confirmed this. Luckily, thank God, this is not a work. She actually is pregnant. I was going to be really pissed if this turned out to be a work, because you can only end it one way, which I think is horribly insensitive. And then she buries poor Mike. He took a verbal power bomb from Sable. It's pretty much the equivalent of what Maria did was worse. Poor Mike.
So maybe the next time I'll ask Becky to impregnate me.
Ew. Mike, you're gonna bring her flowers? I'd have her shit out on the front lawn. And a key to the storage unit for the rest of her shit. Sean Spears and Peyton Royce. Thank you, Razor Demon. That was another one I was trying to think of. Them too. And I swear there's another one. It doesn't end there. Ew. Ew.
You know what else I love?
What?
Ice cream.
I love ice cream too.
She's horrible.
Ice cream.
Delicious. Yeah.
Ice cream. And pickles.
Ice cream and pickles. She's pregnant.
Oh, you want me to ice cream and pickles? You want me to get you ice cream and
Unless you want me to
pickles?
eat these flowers.
No, please don't eat the flowers. I'll get you ice cream and pickles. Not
Mike, you whipped bastard.
Fat?
no full fat.
What are you trying to say?
No.
That I'm fat?
Girl.
You just said you are fat.
No,
Oh my god, I'd jump off a bridge if I was him. I can't even listen to that shit for 2 seconds. The minute they start with that nagging shit, I'm out. Full gainer off the San Diego Coronado Bridge. God, Maria, you're horrible. You should be nicer to him.
It has been interesting between Mike and Maria, to say the least. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's switch gears now and talk about
Vontae, fresh from acting class. Good to see you in here, man.
WWE Network.
Good, you can practice acting being enjoying Raw, because you might have to act through that as we get going here.
Now, tonight there is a Beat the Clock challenge where
Oh, we're going to get a face-to-face interview before the Beat the Clock challenge. Even better.
compete in a match, and Nikki Cross will compete in a match as well. The winner of the Beat the Clock challenge will be able to pick the stipulation for the SmackDown Women's Championship match Sunday at Extreme Rules. First, Nikki, I would like to start with you.
Nyla Rose and Mojo Rawley. I wasn't even aware of them.
Not here tonight, so you must feel all kinds of pressure.
Somebody dates Mojo Rawley without that shit on his face?
Because you've got to win in order to allow Alexa to pick the stipulation for the match on Sunday.
You're right. I feel like the whole world is on my shoulders right now, and I have to win this for Alexa. I owe everything to Alexa, and quite
No, I don't feel bad for Mike personally. I don't give a shit. I just feel bad like for the character
seriously, Nick.
who's getting shit on by a woman, by his wife every week on TV.
Alexa is
If I was the character,
career off using you, and she's
I'd be
using you
bouncing.
tonight. You're the reason that
But yeah,
she
personally,
wants this rematch.
he's the one that re-signed for all that money.
And you need to figure this out. She's using you to beat the clock, to pick the stipulation at Extreme Rules.
She's using you. Excuse me. She's using you, Nikki.
I've had it, but every single week you're running down Alexa every single chance you get. She's right. You have been jealous.
I'm not turning heel.
Since day
I just wouldn't be. I wouldn't let my face be shit on by somebody like that.
motivated Anne to shut you up.
I'm like, why are you being so mean to me?
Ladies, before we get any further into this, let's explain the rules of the Beat the Clock Challenge.
Yeah, she liked him enough to get pregnant by him. Exactly, Angie. You're right.
Whoever wins in the least amount of time, if they win, will be able to choose the stipulation for Extreme Rules come Sunday. Now, WWE management just told me who your opponents are for later on.
Oh, we pulled in a good amount of subscribers already tonight. Nearly 100 for the night already. Sweet. So make sure you subscribe.
You were going to
I'm here every week.
Dana Brooke.
Pretty decent night in here.
Sarah Logan,
We've definitely had worse.
member of Riot Squad. She's used to creating chaos to gain.
Jinder is got surgery. Jinder's out for a short time, I think, with a minor injury. I forget what body part it is. I don't think he's going to be out for a terribly long time, but he is on the shelf currently.
And make the stipulation at Extreme.
And y'all have to fill me in. I don't remember what's injured or what he had surgery on. I just know that happened.
Dana Brooke is stronger than me.
Dana Brooke is stronger than me.
But she isn't tougher than me. And I know I have my work cut out for me tonight, but I need to beat Dana Brooke because I would do anything for Alexa Bliss. So tonight,
Thank you for another one, Mike Witt. You're the best. Appreciate the $2. Yeah, maybe Maria will just give birth to a hand. That's what I thought they were going to have to do
let's play.
last week. I was like, well, if she's not pregnant, how are they going to blow this off? Oh, God. Here come the Vikings. I don't understand, like, Viking obsession. Or, like, people that, like, go reenact, like, the Civil War and stuff. I don't understand any of that. So it's hard for me to even, like, I think the tag team itself is fantastic. And Ivar, I guess he's called now, does some incredible things. But the gimmick is fucking stupid, man. Wearing goddamn horns on your head? Fucking Halloween?
Figure out what that means. Take a train, take a boat, take a bike, and finally order one. Or get to your neighborhood McDonald's now, because for a limited time, worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner.
I feel like Nikki and Bailey will be love interests. I don't know. They're gonna do that at some point. I thought they were already doing that with Sasha and Bailey last year. Remember? They had a couple of promos there that were a little bit too intimate. And I was like, huh? Are they gonna kiss?
I got you the Echo Show.
I thought they were really teasing that. We all smelled it. We all felt like it was like on the horizon, but trigger was never pulled. We'll probably get there.
Alexa, at 6 p.m., remind Grandpa your favorite desserts in the fridge.
Yeah, I think Seth and Becky, I think, are really dating. I think that's legit. Some of us, we did question if it was a work at first because of WWE making such a huge deal out of it, but I think it's for real.
Using Ebates, I've earned $756.28. I've made close to $2,000. Ebates basically gets a commission from the stores that you shop at, and then they share the commission with you. Every store that you shop at will be on Ebates. It's free, it's fun, it's super simple, and it's safe. Why wouldn't I use it? Sign up
rebates, get cashback.
Ebates.
Sign up for free. Shop at your favorite stores. Get paid. Join today and get a $10 bonus at ebates.com.
I wonder if that's designed to get people to stop using like Amazon and shit so much. Shop at the stores directly kind of thing. I don't know.
Tom's of Maid is here to help you wake up well.
What if they reenact slavery? Yeah, I think they already did that. With Virgil. Well, no, they didn't, because Virgil was actually paid for what he did.
Just like my dad.
But damn, the way he was treated. Jesus.
Only added new lines. It takes time.
Fucking, they're walking the line, WWE. They've always walked the line, man. They've always been like that.
His dad said,
I don't think we'll ever see HLA again. I don't think we'll ever see Katie Vick again. HLA, to me, I know a lot of fans have fond memories of it, but to me, I had already gotten to the point where I felt WWE was trying to do crazy things for ratings. Like, I felt like, you know, Rock and Austin were gone, and glory days of the Attitude Era were over. We were into a new kind of era here with Bischoff and all that, and they were trying to do shit, and HLA came up, and I don't know.
Olivia Benson is notorious for busting criminals, and she's also been known to bust a few.
Yeah, what kind of marriage is that? Drake is like, he hasn't consummated his marriage yet?
About 25 years.
You don't marry, you don't buy the cow. Or, you know, or you don't buy the car without test driving it first.
Because it's my job if I say anything.
I remember when my really good friend, my best friends got married, and I was a groomsman in the wedding, and he got married at age like 27, and they had dated for like 4 years and got married, and they're still together to this day. And I'm at the wedding reception talking to his mom, and she's like, boy, Brett sure, or Elena, his wife, she's like, Elena's sure gonna be surprised when she finds out how much Brett snores. And I'm like, are you really that fucking naive that you think that your son has not been living with this girl? And, you know, and like, it just amazes me that the mentality, the mom actually believed that her son has never slept with the bride before, and they've, you know, and all this. I'm like, they were living together. They probably fucked on their first date. And you're sitting here acting like now that they're married, she's gonna find out all these things about him. It just cracked me up. And I didn't spoil it for her. I just let her be naive. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna be surprised. And I just remember walking away and laughing. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, there's still people that are that old-fashioned? That's cray. And I'm interrupting R-Truth and Carmella. He's looking for Drake Maverick.
You know, I work all day with my life on the go. Put the hand on the clock, they be moving too slow. I can't wait to get alone.
On with my baby tonight. Yes.
Baby back.
Hey, look. Go get him. R-Truth. Lucha Party. Titus. A referee. Slater. Hawkins Ryder. Mojo. Who the fuck else? EC3 and Eric Young. R-Truth, where are you going?
it's going the wrong way. I don't understand it.
How easy. Thanks for the $2, brother. If you had to ask anything, if you had to ask Vince anything, what would it be? I would ask him what the hell happened during his childhood. I would say, give me a day-by-day account of what the fuck happened to you between ages 5 and 20. That's what I want to know. Because that's probably some juicy shit and would probably answer a hell of a lot of our questions about what kind of person Vince is. Because I think he had a gnarly upbringing. And I think some shit went down with him before he went and reunited with his real dad and changed his name and all that. Prior to that, I think it was some fucked up shit going on. It would be funny, yeah, because we've all been speculating on Carmella probably winning that 24/7 title, and I think with R-Truth not being the champion, it would be a good opportunity. Oh, God, look at these jobbers. Who the fuck are these guys? I think it would be funny if Carmella, like, won it by accident, and then R-Truth, like, doesn't know what to do, you know? Like, she's like, oh, I'm champion now, but R-Truth's like, well, I don't want to beat her up, but I might have to. All right, while the War Raiders completely eat this tag team, I will be right back in 2 seconds, because this match is not worth analyzing here.
Eric of the Viking Raiders, and there's the power yet again, delivering an knee right to the spine. Look at this. Just ragdolling this young man. Here comes Ivar.
Ivar known as the high flyer of the two, if you can believe that.
Yeah, one of the most athletic big men you'll ever see. If the power bomb didn't hurt you, this will. Big splash by Armbar.
Real fun time.
And Viking Raiders say, no, we want some more fun here tonight. Here the Revival, the tag champs, the Usos, or any other tag team on Monday Night Raw, take a close look. Because these two men are in your future.
Like predators playing with their food at this point.
Exactly what it is. Eric and I are hoisting up their competition.
We are back.
Look at this.
The power of Eric.
I don't think they're done yet. They're done.
All right.
They're ready to be.
Oh, the match is still going on. Nope, not anymore.
Raiders dominate again.
All right, I'll be back on screen in 1 second. There we go. I'm back. Oh, Lord, here's Drake. Now look at this. The Viking Raiders are getting involved. Hawkins got murdered. R-Truth is in there. Damn, Drake's going to get away. There he goes. I love R-Truth. There they go. Ricochet and AJ, I think, have been added to Extreme Rules. That could be a show-stealing match right there. And we got Ricochet and Luke Gallows up next. All right. Oh, is that Husky in the background? Oh, shit, I missed it. All right, so we're getting more Bray Wyatt puppets. Let's go check over on Twitter. Antoine, thanks for the tweet. Yeah, I kind of agree that they're finally kind of portraying Lashley as the badass that he is. Whether or not that gets over or not remains to be seen, but they're probably booking him the way he probably should have been booked all along, which is promising. R-Truth is a wrestling god. He sure as hell is. I want him. I've said before, I want him to be the 24, or the Bruno Sammartino of the 24/7 division. He is the best. Such a good guy. I remember years ago, I've told the story a million times, I met him in Charlotte when he was in TNA, and he was the NWA champion, and he was out front of the SmackDown taping, handing out CDs, trying to sell them to people. He tried to sell me a CD. He tried to offer me a CD, and I'm like, I thought he was giving it to me. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take your CD. And he's like, it's all about Vince McMahon. It's all about my problems or whatever. And I'm like, thanks. And then he's like, $10. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy it. Here. I gave it back to him. Such a funny story. I thought he was just being nice, handing out CDs. He's like, $10. I'm like, no, I'm not paying you. I don't want this shit. I'm glad he's doing a little bit better with money now. He's been in WWE for so long. When did he come back? He's probably been back for close to, what, 10 years now? Maybe more? Good for him.
Have vents for airflow, and to demonstrate the importance of vents, we removed them to see what would happen.
I know that AJ and Ricochet have had matches. I didn't know it was House of Glory. Cool. Is that their only time? Like, I knew of a previous encounter, but I didn't know, like, specifically where. Is that available on the interwebs? Can I look that one up?
Fruit of the Loom Cool Zone Fly Boxer Briefs. Without vents, it's hard to keep your cool. This summer, you could check everything off the to-do list, like book a table at the hottest new restaurant.
I would love to see a Lashley and Lesnar match eventually, Steven Scott. I agree with you. The only thing that worries me there is Bobby Lashley will be no different than Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman, and Lesnar will just beat him. I think if Lesnar wins the belt again, they're going to want him champion going into the Fox Network shows. And then potentially we're talking to him dropping it at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania again. We're right back to that again, which I think would be fine, especially if it's used to elevate someone else and somebody else. That was the one good thing I said about Brock winning the belt back after Roman got leukemia, is that it allows somebody else to beat him now for the title, and that someone was Seth. If you do it again, now you can make somebody else at next year's WrestleMania. Maybe have Kevin Owens beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the title or something. Those are big-time victories that you now have that are star-building matches and victories. You know, if they do that with Lesnar and he winds up beating Kofi for the belt, as far as I'm concerned, have him hang on to it until Mania and drop it there. That way he can lose it again.
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and new creamy Snickers. Oh my god.
Yeah, late 08 or 09. Yeah, exactly, Greg. So I'm right. About 10 years now.
Just getting started.
I mean, truth is, the guy's got no reason to leave. He's pushing 50 years old. Dude looks like $1 million. Looks like he's 23. But still, you know, he's older and he needs to sock away as much money as he can. Hi, Charlie. I'm a fan of the fluorescent yellow, or whatever that is. Looks like somebody just drew on you with a highlighter.
I'm sorry, Chuck. I know you're looking for a headline here, but I don't have anything for you. You do know who my partner is, right? The only people playing mind games is my team. Thank you, Chuck.
If I was Roman, I'm like, it doesn't matter who my partner is. I'm still going to have The Undertaker come out and help me later. Actually, maybe Taker's not on the show tonight, because I think he was on the last 2 weeks, but maybe he'll take this one off. All right, here comes Rico Chet, about to set to face Gallows. I did not watch TNA Slammiversary. No, I did not. I was actually home, but I didn't check it out. I'm not paying $40 for that. And I did kind of read some of the results a little bit and mildly paid attention. Don't really care much, though, about them. I hear they're doing okay. I hear they're doing, like, better. The only thing I did see, I saw the opening promo to Slammiversary, which was just all WWE guys. It was Angle and Joe and Sting and Nash and everybody that's currently affiliated with WWE right now. Maybe not Nash. But really showcasing the history of that event. It was well done. But I'm not too emotionally invested in any of their current talent. Yeah, Bray Wyatt would be an interesting choice for Roman, but again, you're talking about somebody that Shane McMahon has to choose. Bray Wyatt wouldn't make any sense. So I don't feel Bray being the partner. Him appearing? Maybe. Apparently tonight is the anniversary of his debut in WWE from 2013, so it would be a good night. Oh, Taker can't interfere or he is out of the match on Sunday. Thank you, Ryan. I didn't hear that.
On beating Samoa Joe, winning the United States Championship, and challenging me to a match, I thought, great. Now I get to face somebody that I've looked up to for so long, and what better way to prove myself? And last week, that's exactly what I did. But before I could even celebrate one of the biggest wins of my career, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, they gave me one of the biggest beatings of my life. And now I know that I got AJ Styles this Sunday.
Ricochet, are you going to bring some back up? You should get some dudes under your side, dude.
I think we all know what's about to happen, right? I mean, Luke Gallows, he's going to come down here, and you know that he's not alone. He's bringing Carl Anderson. And right behind those two, you know you're going to see AJ Styles. So basically what I'm trying to say is, in the end, I'll just have to fight all three. Ricochet knows what he's in. Uh-oh.
No, he's just submitting and saying, oh, I'm just going to have to fight all three. All right, dude. Not the best strategy. That's really funny.
Big Wig Gallows has his eyes set on Ricochet here tonight. Confident smirks on the faces of all three of these men. Maybe a reunion was exactly what they
Damn, sweet. Shout out to wrestling journalist Mike Mooneyham, posting some pics of some sweet-ass K&W cafeteria food. Awesome. Fellow Carolina boy. Kevin Castle, fire Heyman, hire Bill Watts. Jesus, man. Bill Watts. Oh shit, that's right. It's Comic-Con's coming up here in San Diego. Next weekend? Fuck. I don't think I can go and do anything.
Ricochet, thanks for reminding us who you are. I appreciate that recap. But let me give you some advice. Here in the WWE, we move pretty quickly. So slow down and appreciate the moment. I mean, you might as well, because Gallows is going to stop a mud hole in you.
I have a feeling Gallows is going to lose.
And when we're talking about appreciating moments, how about we appreciate the moment that we had last week right here on Raw?
You know what might be cool? Since Ricochet is on like a 3-to-1 disadvantage here, is if you had somebody like the champion on SmackDown, Finn Balor, Intercontinental Champion, coming out to help out Ricochet, even up the odds, and then turn on him and join up with the club. That would be cool, right? Jesus Christ, am I reading this right on the Home Run Derby? 58 home runs for Vlad Guerrero through 2 rounds? That's a lot, right? Jesus, Home Run Derby. Maybe I should start watching that shit. Hire Jim Herd. Only if you want to dig his body up. Which might not be fun. Wouldn't recommend it. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to my homie Aaron Rift from NoDQ.com. Got engaged. What'd she do? Lose a bet? I'm kidding, brother. Congrats, man. Pretty sure y'all live in, I think she lives in Michigan. Because when I went to Survivor Series in LA and met up with Aaron, he had me FaceTime with his girl. He's like, oh, she's a big fan of yours. She wants to talk to you. And we like talked on the phone. And I want to say she lived in like Michigan. So I'm wondering if there's some relocating going on there with Aaron. It seems like there's going to have to be if they're getting married. But congrats to the happy couple.
Ricochet, a bone-rattling chokeslam, covered by Gallows. Ricochet gets the shoulder up and 2. After that wicked chokeslam from Gallows, Ricochet had that glazed look in his eye.
I think still to this day, my favorite story is when Gallows and Anderson did that interview a while back, and they said that Vince did not know that Gallows was Festus. He came back to work for the company. Vince didn't even know he'd already worked there. What? Who? Festus. Who the fuck is Festus?
Maybe he should. Almost knocked his head off his shoulders. You're right. You know AJ Styles enjoyed every second of this. The re-energized Styles at a ringside as well. We take another look at the impact. Watch his head. The whiplash off the boot from Gallows.
Joey G, y'all always jinx it. We got a whole hour of the show left, and so far the cats are not bothering me. But every time y'all bring them up, they show up. I got visual on both. We're good. Vlad lost with 58 home runs. Who won?
Now, Gallows just imposing his will, using his size advantage in that mean streak. That's a mile long. Headbutt to the back of the neck.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy. And Jesse was Terry Gordy's son, right? I don't know whatever happened to his career. I want to say he did an appearance at a Hall of Fame, maybe with the Freebirds, maybe? Right? Is there a way to mute Cole? Yeah. Here's what you got to do. Get a plane ticket to Newark, New Jersey. While you're packing, go in your laundry basket, find your dirtiest pair of underwear. Take them with you. Take that pair of underwear to Raw once you land in Newark. Jump the barricade, run up to the announce desk, and shove that pair of underwear down his fucking throat. That ought to do it. Free advice. Oh, Ricochet pulled up the quick victory over Gallows. Oh, and AJ's so surprised. What? I can't believe my low-card partner lost to a champion. Are we going to get a restart so we can get a commercial?
Or we can do what you said we were going to do, huh? You said you were going to go through all three of us, right?
Oh, God.
So how about you take on Carl Anderson right here, right now?
Of course, let's reward their new contracts with 2 losses to the same guy. Well, I think Ricochet's man enough. We'll go to commercial. We'll find out when we come back. And they'll be joining the match in progress.
We even made a car for it. So when you get pizza, stuffed cheesy bread, or any of the other mix and match items delivered for just $5.99 each, you can trust we'll do our thing to get you your thing.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy. I was barely watching around that time, but I remember them. And then that ended, and Gallows went over to Straight Edge Society, and then he was gone. Girl, don't yell at me. What am I drinking today? I'm not drinking much. I had 2 Stellas in the fridge, which I just finished, and now I'm moving on to a Red Stripe. Jamaican easy drinking lager. Vagina beer, whatever you want to call it. But this is my last beer. I got shit to do after I'm done with the stream tonight. I want to get some work done and shit like that. So I ain't trying to have a buzz. Yeah, this, I think last week's Raw was better. Felt better. This one's been a lot of shit so far. And this is a go-home show. That's the sad thing about today's wrestling is that go-home shows suck. Oh, y'all do me a favor in here. Smash that thumbs up since it looks like we do have some people coming in here expecting to actually see Monday Night Raw. And they're hitting the thumbs down. So let's keep them thumbs up way, way, way ahead. I'd appreciate it. I'll send y'all each a cookie. I know I owe y'all a lot of cookies. But they're in the mail. They're coming, I promise. Straight Edge Society versus Wyatt Family versus Cult. Oh, Cult versus Cult. Straight Edge Society and Wyatt Family. Straight Edge Society and Wyatt Family. I'm going Straight Edge. CM Punk's more decorated than Wyatt. And their supporting casts are about even. So I'm gonna go Straight Edge. But I might give the nod to Wyatt Family for longevity. Because Straight Edge was pretty short-lived. But I think I liked Straight Edge more. Maybe, because the Wyatt Family felt fucked up sometimes. I think Punk did a lot less when he was in the Straight Edge Society. I think CM Punk did a lot less like rambling and promos. You know, Bray Wyatt, as good as he was on the mic, the one problem with his promos is he never paid attention to him. Sure, he was great at delivering his lines. Dude could talk like a motherfucker, but he never really said anything different from week to week. Where Punk, I felt like, kept your attention more. Just an opinion. Mike Witt, thanks for the $2. You still think Nakamura is showing up in AEW in the fall? That all depends on when his contract is up. That's, you know, we can prove you right or wrong there just by looking that up. We just need to find out when Nakamura's contract is up, how much time he has left. If it's up right now and you got a 90-day no-compete, then yeah, he can be there. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible, man. I was kind of thinking that maybe Nakamura would get something going with Finn Balor on SmackDown. I would actually like to see that. But Nakamura is a guy that feels grossly underused in WWE, and if he bounced and rolled and walked over to another promotion, I'd be all for it. Especially if he could do if he could do both, like some All Elite and New Japan, that'd be great. Oh, by the way, the match is in progress. Ricochet and Anderson. The Punk and Hardy feud in 2009 was fantastic. It absolutely was. I would have liked to see them do more with that. I think that feud and those two characters feuding against each other had so much more to give. I almost wish they would have started it a couple years before. Their careers would have matched up a little bit better because I feel like they could have been very much like a Brett and Shawn. Similar size guys with similar reputations with the audience. Maybe even similar fan bases, but completely different characters kind of thing. You know, like wrestling fans appreciated Shawn and Brett, but Shawn and Brett were very different people. And even their wrestling styles were different, but they were still lumped together as just good workhorse wrestlers. And I think Punk and Hardy were a lot like that, and they could have some amazing feuds. I swear those two guys could have main evented WrestleMania. Had you done that right, and that would have been an issue that lasted on and off for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years plus. Would have been great. I wish we would have gotten more. At least we got something. I thought the feud they had was great, but I could have easily watched them go at it for a couple of years and never be bored. I thought it was a very cool dynamic. Thank you, Addicted Chip, for the $2. That's right. Hooray, beer. Those good old Red Stripe commercials. Nobody drinks this shit here in California, so whenever I drink a Red Stripe, people are like, what the hell is that? Or it's always pretty big on the East Coast. No, Vontae, I didn't. Kayla Braxton was on Garcia's podcast, and she has a really messed up childhood. I don't know if I want to hear it. She seems to be doing okay. I'm glad that she's not let that deter her. She's got a great career and a gig in WWE as a little announcer. Glad she was able to rise above that. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Brock Smith is, you have guys like Shawn and Brett that are so closely linked and work so many matches together. Orton and Cena are another great example. And I think Jeff and Punk could have been that had Jeff not left. I mean, it was right after that CM Punk feud that he got busted and then his house burned down and all that shit happened to him. Then he went to TNA. Had Jeff had his shit together and he stayed in WWE for years to come, those two guys could have had a good run that spanned several years easily. Ricochet is still doing his pretty good job here battling all three of these guys. He just took out Gallows and AJ on the outside. He posted Anderson here. God, that 630 just blows my mind every time I see it. Oh, AJ's a... Man, AJ, you're just mad because you got hair. You got 3 handsome dudes in there and then AJ with that mop. Pfft. What the hell, Renee? I agree with you. Raftman, will I notice you? Sure, send me some nudes and I will. No, I'm kidding. Please don't. But there. Consider yourself noticed. Well, Vontae, I will take a listen to that. Sounds gnarly. Is there a Cliff's Notes version that I can get on that? Like, what happened to her? They're just beating the hell out of poor Ricochet here.
Now it's Anderson and Gallows' turn.
And they're going to hit their finisher on Ricochet. Poor Ricochet.
And did that kill Ricochet's reign as United States champion?
I mean, wouldn't that be cool, though? Like, are we going to see Bullet Club versus the Elite? Well, no. But it would be cool if WWE would just say, you know what, AJ, Gallows, and Anderson, we're going to give you 3 weeks off. Go work a couple of shots for AEW and show up there. Wouldn't that be fun? See the 3 of these guys run in and attack Cody and Kenny and the Bucks and lay them out. Maybe have Balor join them. Oh, my God. And the show goes off the air on TNT with AJ, Balor, and Gallows and Anderson doing this shit over the broken, destroyed bodies of the Young Bucks and Cody and Omega. Oh, man, pass the lotion. Oh, good, we're going to get a promo from AJ. I'm a good guy.
You see, Ricochet, I'm gonna leave a little bit of you left as long as you stay down. So you don't have any excuses and extreme rules when I beat you. Stay down. Well, Sunday in Extreme Rules,
Okay.
AJ Styles and Ricochet. It's about Ricochet's United States Championship.
The club would show up on a tank. They're going to show up on a Jeep.
Ricochet's United States title reign. AJ Styles and the boys are going to make damn sure Styles leaves Philadelphia as United States champion. Ricochet's getting back up.
Oh, God, they're going to go back in there and give him some more? Are we going to get some help for Ricochet? Does he have any friends?
This is defiant from a
He's with somebody, too. Katie Catanzaro, right? That's Ricochet's girl?
and Styles.
Anybody want to save Ricochet? Is there anybody nice in the locker room that's not busy, like in catering or taking a shit? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. Ricochet, he ain't got no friends, man. If I'm Ricochet, whoever I'm driving to the next town with, I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, why the hell didn't you come out there?
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night, the night before Extreme Rules, it is a
Cole just goes on to the next thing with Ricochet motionless with his eyes open. He's dead in the ring. And Cole's like, well, tune in this Sunday for whatever the fuck.
promotion known as Evolve.
Oh, they're running the Evolve show this Saturday on the network. Head to head with the G1, right? And is All Elite running a show too?
The talent that we've seen come through the doors of Evolve and move on to WWE, move on to NXT. Guys going out there.
And they're letting a lot of guys like Nice and Riddle and Lee and whoever work this thing, right? I know there's a couple WWE stars booked for this. Cool. Oh, that's right. It's their 10th anniversary show. Crazy. In the Wells Fargo Center, site of WrestleMania 15. I was there. What a shitty WrestleMania. Yeah, Lance Storm, I agree with you. Raw, Evolve promoted on Raw. That's nuts. That is nuts, but it's also awesome. That's nothing to shake a stick at if you're Evolve. Think AEW would like to get a little advertisement on Raw? Fuck yeah, they would. Winner take all. That is a weird stip. Makes me nervous as shit. Corey Graves, I don't like the way you stare at me. You need to knock that off. Thank you, Luna. You're bringing a GoodMicWork sign to the AEW show in Chicago. Awesome. That looks like a fun one. And this poor girl is still sitting on that crate in that white dress. You didn't get up and go, like, have a cookie or something? Can we go now? You didn't even have to show up. You could have just... Oh, God. Yes. R-Truth's going to win the belt back. Come on, R-Truth. Don't let him get away. R-Truth and the referee were both in that box. That had to be stuffy. Carmella! He's got the referee on his back now? Oh, man. Maverick's going to get away. Bailey. Why would Truth carry the ref? I'd be like, run yourself. Why am I going to expend my energy when I'm trying to have a match with this guy? Oh, God, here comes a janitor. He's going to be approached by Shane and McIntyre. He looks like he can barely walk, the poor guy. They're going to give him a... Don't bother the janitor, dude. He's got bigger problems than you fuckwads. Oh, they're going to go to commercial while they chat with the janitor.
And new creamy Snickers. Family Taco Night is a heartburn night you can plan for. When surprise pizza at the office meets heartburn you didn't expect. Zantac works when you need it. It relieves or prevents heartburn in as little as 30 minutes and lasts up to 12 hours. Zantac. Eat your way, treat your way.
Is Becky a tranny? What the fuck is wrong with you? Is one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen a tranny? No, I don't believe so. I think she's all a woman under there, although she does call herself the man, but I wouldn't read into that, DT.
It's no ordinary day for our family at Denny's. It's crepe day.
Was that SD Jones with the mop? I don't think so. That didn't look like it. He was way too tall for SD. But maybe. I don't know who he is. Dorian, I don't think they're reenacting slavery. They're asking, just like they asked the other dude, what was the other guy doing? The trash man? They asked the trash man to be a partner earlier. They're asking a janitor to be a partner now. I don't think it has anything to do with slavery. They're just asking two dudes to be a partner. I was more interested in the trash man because they've already done that gimmick. They've had a trash man gimmick in WWE, but they have not had a janitor gimmick unless you count TL Hopper. So he can be like the new TL Hopper. Oh, 3 Nation, Nathan Jones, and 96 Shamrock. Jesus, size differential. I'm still going Shamrock. Nathan, though, I would... God, that guy's freaky. What's the deal with Ralphus, y'all? Is he alive? Or what's going on? What's the latest with Ralphus? Did he pass away? What year did he pass away? Seemed like he was an old man in 1999. That was 20 years ago. Wherever Ralphus is, I'm thinking about you, brother. JPS. The head of JPS Security. Will they have a tranny division? No. But if they do, I hope they have champions. That way we can have transitional champions. See what I did there? No, I don't think we're going to see that, Jay Giles. Oh my god. Y'all ask some weird shit during commercials in here. Make sure you give the channel a subscription if you have not yet already. Took in a bunch of subs tonight. Solid 100 subs, which is pretty cool. We are scratching the surface of 30,000 on the YouTube channel, which is awesome. And make sure you shoot me a follow over on Twitter, because I'm always talking on Twitter, at GoodMicWork. Go check me out. I always got shit to say over there. Just made my reservation a couple of days ago for the Jericho Cruise in January. For those that don't know, I'm doing that. Booked that. Jericho even tweeted me, congratulating me on the reservation. I'm a proud co-occupant of a porthole cabin, so we get to look out on the ocean. But he's a tiny little cabin, so I'm not going to spend too much time in there. Going to be out and about. Oh, here's the janitor. Look at this guy. He's looking at him like... $5,000? I'd do anything for $5,000. Make it 10. Give the dude 10. Give Gary 10.
We want you to be Roman Reigns' tag team partner. Okay? I don't know about the rest of it. No, you're good. You're good. I want you wrestling.
He's got a prosthetic leg. They're not going to pull the leg off and beat him with it, are they? Like Mad Dog Vachon?
We'll do all the rest. Deal? Sounds good to me. Congratulations.
This guy's my favorite.
Maybe you put a mask on him, maybe. No offense. Oh yeah, because we're so recognized all over the world, we want that, to be a burden for you, so we'll get you a mask. Cool. $5,000.
They're going to put him in a mask. Oh, that's going to give it away. They're going to have somebody under the mask.
Love it. Heck of a group. See you out there. $5,000. That's a pretty good deal to just stand there.
Not bad. A couple of minutes of work, perhaps.
Are you kidding me? He's running a football team. And there is the snap.
Bailey with her no reaction. Makes me wonder... I mean, was Shane and McIntyre just being a rude douchebags by saying they're going to put a mask on this guy? Or are they actually going to put a mask on this guy so it can really be somebody else under the mask? And he can pull it off and help Roman and all that, but... who would that person be? Five G's? Oh man, to get your ass kicked, I'd ask for a little bit more. I mean, that's an okay opening offer, but I personally would probably require a little bit more than 5,000 to take a Claymore. You got to give me 8, and if I can get them up to 10, that'd be ideal. And with WWE getting billions of dollars from Fox and Saudi Arabia, they can afford to give me $10,000. Ain't gonna kill them. Oh, hi Sarah. How have you been? Was not aware that Justin Credible was born in Waterbury, Connecticut. I have never even heard of Waterbury, Connecticut. The only towns in Connecticut I know are Stamford and Hartford, and I think that's it.
You know a lot about hunt, Renee? So when the bell rings, the clock will begin. Of course, the clock will count up here, and Bailey looks to set a quick time that Nikki Cross will have to beat in the next matchup. You often howl before you hunt, Renee. I feel like that would scare the prey.
I don't hunt. I couldn't tell you. Sarah does. She told me that.
And here cover by Bailey, kick out quick.
You know, the funny thing is about that janitor, though, on TV, he did kind of remind me of Dave Chappelle in the movie Half Baked. Remember, he's the janitor? And then he's approached by the scientist. And he's like, "Hey, scientist," and he gives him like a pound of weed. But no, he kind of did look like Chappelle in the janitor costume. He reminded me of that. That's funny. All right, the Beat the Clock challenge is underway here with Bailey and one of my favorites, Sarah Logan. You know, I have no idea who that guy is while we're watching Logan and Bailey here. The Disney kid. The whole world's been so sad. I've never even heard of him, seen him. I mean, apparently he was only 20 years old, had some issues with epilepsy and stuff like that, passed away. And really gave me an idea of the age of a lot of my listeners because all of you guys were commenting on this. And I never even heard of the kid. So that's really sad. So if you watched him or I I haven't watched Disney shit since the late 80s, so I'm way out of the loop. But a lot of you knew who he was and watched him growing up and shit like that, and I feel very bad for you. So condolences to his family and friends and all that. Very sad. But I had no idea who he was. Mike Witt, thanks for the $2, dude. Maybe one of your cats will be Roman's partner. Hell no. I'll be doing a run-in to protect him. I'll kick the shit out of Shane and Drew by myself to protect my boys. I ain't ever putting Bub in a ring with Drew McIntyre. And if Shane McMahon does the coast-to-coast on Tito, oh, I'm gonna fuck Shane up. He best not put his hands on them. He was on Grown Ups. Oh, the movie Grown Ups? I did see the movie, but I don't remember anything about it. He must have been a kid, right? He seemed young as shit, as it was. Yeah, I had no idea who he was. But all y'all did. Y'all must have watched a lot of Disney Channel growing up. It's always sad when somebody that you enjoy, we go through that enough as wrestling. That's why I'm always sympathetic to deaths. Even if it's somebody that I never heard of or don't know what the fuck they do, I'm still extremely sympathetic to like heartbroken fans because us deal with that literally on a yearly basis in wrestling. We are losing somebody that we love every week. And that's been happening for the last 20 years. First it was Brody, then it was Eddie Gilbert, then it was Pillman, and then the floodgates opened and it was like, one a fucking day. So I can very much understand the heartbreak of losing somebody that you enjoy watching on television or whatever. So condolences to everybody. I love Sarah Logan with this reverse cloverleaf. It's fucking sweet. I've been rambling. I haven't heard the CM Punk chants. Are we getting some of those here in New Jersey? Nothing else better to do in New Jersey. I think it was George Carlin, I forgot the comedian, that said, New Jersey is the Garden State? Sure, if you're growing smokestacks. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Jersey just seems like a terrible place to live. No offense to anybody who's in New Jersey. I just never hear anybody like saying, oh, I got a vacation coming up. I need 2 weeks in Newark. Bailey's got four. Bailey is going on 4 minutes in this match.
Big knee from Bailey.
You weren't familiar with Sarah Logan before tonight. You certainly are now. Bailey sure is. Oh! Sunset Bob into the corner. Dragging Logan back center of the ring.
Love from India. Thank you, man. Mike Witt, how did Eddie Gilbert die? A heart attack. Gilbert died in 95? 95. I remember when he died. I remember being a big deal. And he seemed like one of the first ones. Brody and Gilbert in my mind. I mean, even though we had deaths prior to that, more than that, Von Erichs and guys like that, Gilbert and Brody are the ones I associate the most with the big deaths that really started the trend. Then it was Pillman. Then it was Owen. You know, and then it was just so many others. Year after year after year. Time to beat. 432 you got, Nikki. I don't even know who her opponent is. Probably the other one. That's with Sarah Logan. Liv. My sister.
Just snap my fingers and make things happen.
You don't know anything about politics.
Maybe not, but I do know about power. I can't hide women like me, Mr. Mayor.
I'm angry. We're angry.
You're acting like a woman who has nothing to lose.
I actually don't currently have a Netflix subscription. I don't have anything like that. I just don't have time to like watch shit, so I remember stopping it a year ago, thinking, I'm like, oh, you know what? I might not like not having Netflix, so I'll just pick it back up, but I never did. I just have no use for it. I've got YouTube Red. I've got my TV, my streaming app, and that's all I need. I'm happy.
You really sold your soul, didn't you?
This isn't gonna work.
Come on, baby. This is our first fight. Don't be like that. You want to set an example? Take a seat.
I don't have Hulu either. I don't have Hulu or Netflix. I don't watch anything. If I watch shows, like if I watch like television series like all y'all do, like normal people in this world, then I would probably have it, but I would just never use it. I'm too busy making videos for you guys. I don't have time to watch anything. So I can get Netflix if you want, and I can start watching all those shows, but it's just going to decrease the content on my channel. We don't want that, do we?
Double dippers. Nice moves. Double dipping.
Ranch and Parmesan.
You guys want to try some of this?
Now you can double dip 6 boneless wings with my $5 Parmesan Ranch double dippers.
Yeah, Benoit's death was crazy. We just passed the 12-year anniversary of that last month at the end of the month, a couple weeks ago. I did a big video for his 10-year, the 10-year anniversary of those tragedies. I did. You can check that out on my channel. It's under the Wrestling Deaths playlist. But I did that a couple of years ago and kind of gave my thoughts on it and also my personal experience from that night that I found out. I was moving into a new apartment. I was unpacking when I heard. And I turned on the TV because I wanted to find out what happened. I didn't have my computer hooked up yet. I was moving. I was like moving into my apartment. So I wasn't online. I didn't get on the internet to find out about Benoit's death. So all I did was hook up the TV. And because the limo explosion happened the previous week, I wanted to have my TV hooked up so I could watch Raw to see what the fuck was going to happen with Vince McMahon. And I get it hooked up just in time. And I'm in the other room as Raw starts. I hear the little opening bumper that WWE uses from the other room. And then I hear Vince's voice. And I turn around the corner and I see him in an empty arena. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then he announced what had happened. And I had no clue. Had I not been moving that day and it was a normal day, I would have been online and seen the tragedy in the morning. But I just had no idea. Crazy. No, I didn't have a cable scrambler back in the day. I purchased most of my pay-per-views back then. Yeah, Wrestling Deaths playlist is a terrible phrase, but it exists, Marcus. It's on my channel. I've done videos on Wrestling Deaths when we hear about them. I've reviewed wrestlers' career and shit like that, but unfortunately, I've got videos up on everybody. Chyna, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, everybody. Sad, man. I wish it was a playlist that didn't exist, but it does. Brian Pillman, also.
WWE Extreme Rules is presented by WWE Universe, the brand new WWE mobile game. Assemble a roster of your favorite WWE superstars.
Good night, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks to everybody stopping by tonight. We still got over 200 people in here, so it's not a horrible audience this evening.
Meanwhile, Nikki Cross set to take on Dana Brooke. She's got to beat the time of 4 minutes.
See, Joe Cronin's falling asleep. He popped into the chat here last week and said hello. Somebody better wake him up. Wake your ass up, Joe. Oh, we got Dana. Oh, yeah, with Dana Brooke. I'm sorry. Dana Brooke and Nikki Cross have got the match, and I feel like they're starting to do something with Dana. She's getting a little better. Fans are getting behind her. She's putting her heart and soul into it, even though she's a fucking jobber. And I respect her for that. Poor girl's dealt with some tragedy, too. Her boyfriend choked and died, right? Like a year ago or whatever it was. That was awful. She's a tough cookie.
Look at this. This is collusion. This is not necessary. Nikki Cross is out here trying to win a match, and Dana Brooke won't even compete. And the clock ticking away now. 3 minutes.
I listen to J. Cole. No, don't know who that is.
Dana, we're going to take control of this.
Is he good? See, I'd like to see Bailey cheat here and help Dana Brooke. That would be funny. Just a little tease that maybe there's a heel character that lies beneath the cute, non-threatening shell of Bailey. I would love to see that.
Bailey is a bona fide star in her own right. She doesn't need to be in the shadow of Alexa Bliss.
And look at this, Nikki hammer away now. We are closing in on 3 minutes left for Nikki to beat the clock.
Brutal right hands from Nikki Cross.
Nikki just trying to do anything for her friendship with Alexa Bliss.
At this point, Dana Brooke wishes she stayed outside the ring. Taking a thrashing from Nikki Cross.
Hey, let me ask you, if Dana Brooke tries to
Friendship goggles think
run out the clock by running away from Nikki and killing time and stalling, does that make Dana a clock sucker?
People like you that make it difficult to have true
Is that even a dad joke?
Alexa Bliss done to deserve that sort of treatment from Nikki Cross.
I just think looking at her past track record that Alexa Bliss
Dana on the top rope.
trustworthy friend.
And here's Dana Brooke now.
Did she attempt a swanton?
He rolls out of the way. Looking at
Dana Brooke swanton at people?
county here. Dana rolling up Nikki Cross. We're gonna win the match.
Wow, she almost got an upset win.
Two by Nikki.
And Dana is strong too, you know.
Nikki trying for a back
Dana is no weakling.
to go. Dana able to roll through.
She's in great shape.
Roll up yet again. Shoulders down now. Nikki in trouble. Kick out at two. Less than 2 minutes to go for Nikki to beat the clock. There's the neck breaker by Nikki. That's it. Cover. On Brooke. Hooks the leg now. Shoulders are down. Nikki Cross.
Wow, she beat the clock by like 2 minutes. Aw, Bailey. The look on Bailey's face. Ah. Too bad, Bailey.
This will get to pick the stipulation. Alexa Bliss will choose which stipulation they will compete under in the SmackDown Women's Championship match this Sunday at Extreme
Damian Edwards, I don't know what fucking shows you're watching. AEW is killing WWE. They have to start first before they kill people. Y'all and your stupid expectations. I'm a big AEW fan and I wish them as much luck as anybody else, but that is an idiotic statement. And y'all should be a little bit smarter and use your fucking heads. If WWE sucks or is doing shitty things, it's not because of AWA or AEW, AWA, AEW. It's because of WWE. It's because they suck.
asking of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'll be back.
Make 'em good.
Nobody's killing them. They're killing themselves.
Bailey, come here, because I've got something that I want to say to you, and I want to say it to your face.
You know, I've said this before, but Nikki reminds me of like a female Davey Boy Smith. She looks like him. I think her face is very similar to Davey's. She could be his daughter. She looks a lot like Georgia. They kind of have that same type of look to her. And then with the accent, it just kind of reminds me of like a little Davey boy. A Davey girl, we should call her.
Bailey,
But she looks like an 86 Davey boy right here.
2 weeks now, you've been trying
We want Sasha signed. You see that?
that Alexa Bliss isn't nothing.
Alexa Blass.
But I think that the problem is you don't understand what a real friendship means. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to show you what it means at Extreme Rules. When Alexa lets me make your title match a 2-on-1
Oh, it's a handicap match?
handicap
For real?
match. And I'm going to help her take your SmackDown Women's Championship.
As Jerry Lawler would say, subtitles, please.
And here's some free advice for you. Go and find a friend of your own. You need someone as loyal and as honest as Alexa Bliss.
I love the way she says Alexa Blass.
Someone
That cracks me up.
really slapped some sense into you.
Oh, Bailey did.
Deserve that, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, look at Bailey now
Now Bailey kicking her ass. Crowd doesn't give a shit at all. See, Nikki, I much prefer is just the wacky, crazy Nikki. I'll play with you, Becky. You know that? This shit sucks, man. She's not a good promo when she's a normal person. She's a good promo when she's crazy. And Bailey hit her with a top rope elbow, too. Just for good measure. See, I'm telling you, Bailey's gonna go heel. I would love that. I want to see a double turn. I want to see Bliss go face and Bailey go heel. So it is now a 2-on-1 women's handicap match. I don't know how she got that approved. Nikki and Alexa against Bailey. Which makes me think Nikki will fuck the match up, cost Alexa the match. Alexa will get pissed, kick her ass, and they try to make Nikki the sympathetic babyface. But I think that's boring. I think it's more fun to have a double turn. Or to have Bailey and Nikki secretly in cahoots here and they fucking screw Alexa and kick the shit out of her after the match. That would be more fun. And why not? Or Sasha returning this Sunday to help Bailey. That is also an option. Oh look, Subway has new arrivals. I heard, man, Subway is a dying franchise. They are struggling. There's so many good, better, and more fresher local sub shops now that Subway's fallen by the wayside. Mike Witt, thanks for the $2. Yeah, we just said that. Sasha coming back maybe at Extreme Rules to help out Bailey is a possibility, especially Bailey's getting her ass kicked. And Sasha comes out to help. That could be. I think if Sasha comes back, her and Bailey... Well, I think if Sasha comes back, she's going to turn on Bailey or something. If they put them back together, then what are they going to do? Go back after the Iconics? Win back the belts? Only to lose them again? I almost think Sasha coming back, she needs to be a heel. I think fans are itching to kind of boo her. She's kind of an asshole. I think she'd be more fun as a heel. I say give her a shot. We've got 27 minutes left of Monday Night Raw tonight. We still got the main event with Roman against Shane and McIntyre, and it looks like he may have a janitor as his tag team partner. I mean, Gary agreed to the $5,000. He said, hell yeah, I'll do anything for $5,000. And apparently he's got a really bad leg problem, and I'm wondering, because he's got so many long clothes on, if there's a prosthetic leg under there, and they pull it off of him and start using it. A la Good Friends, Better Enemies in 1996 with Vachon.
It's a reminder each morning that nature rules. The glow and goodness are there for everyone. So grab it and start every day with tongs of Maine. Made from the best ingredients under the good, real.
I'm going to go ahead and get a Twitter poll ready here for when Raw goes off the air. I'm going to ask you guys what you think of Raw. Tonight's Raw. Hashtag Raw. Question mark. All right, let's make our choices. Sucked ass. Choice 1. Getting better. Option 2. I think that would have been a good option for last week. Didn't watch. Option 4. Or option 3. That's good. That's good 3 choices there. I'm not even going to worry about a 4th choice. So our choices are sucked ass, getting better, which I think would have been a good description for last week, or didn't watch. Or just watched you. That'll be a fun poll. I'll release that as soon as Raw goes off the air. I'm going to move that over to my other screen here so I don't accidentally send it or anything, and I'll just leave that over yonder. There we go. Recently, after my second computer died, I'm about to buy a new one to get another one in the house, but now I'm doing the dual monitor thing with my major machine. And I decided not to get my old computer fixed because I don't need it, and I was about to get rid of it anyway, so. Oh, God. Maria?
I need to know.
You are pushing your luck, girl.
Now, would you want to impregnate me?
Of course I would. I would impregnate you right now.
He's got whole pickles. What is she going to do with them whole pickles?
You will never.
You should have got the sliced kind or the bread and butters. You gave her a jar full of pickled toys.
I'm not so sure if you're the one that impregnated me this time.
Oh, now she's hinting that the baby's not even his?
Look what you've done to me!
God, she's horrible.
Sorry, wait, so is he not the dad? I can also
Is he not the dad? Oh, God, this is turning into a reality show.
Corey Graves obviously is not with Renee and I.
We need to get Maury Povich out here.
Get an interview with Seth
You are not the father.
moments ago after what happened earlier tonight. Let's take you back to the start.
Or is that Jerry Springer? Which one of them does the "you're not the father" thing? One of them.
Elimination match with Baron Corbin, who takes on Seth Rollins as part of this mixed tag team winners take all match on Sunday. Attack Seth Rollins.
Yeah, the man
Becky went
stepped
after
up.
Corbin, and then Lacey Evans with this. Watch this. She calls it the women's right.
I mean, she nailed Becky with that.
Of Becky Lynch.
What a connection, maybe a little.
Ow, that hurt me.
Going down this Sunday at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, winners take all. If Baron beats Seth or Lacey beats Becky, then Seth and Becky will lose their championships at Extreme Rules on Sunday.
Please welcome my guest at this time.
Vontae, what are you talking about? AEW signing Conor McGregor? No, I didn't see anything about that. Are you sure?
Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans inflicted some damage, but
I'm right about Maury Povich? Yes. I thought I would have that all wrong.
how's your personal
I remember when I was in high school,
your match this Sunday at Extreme
the big talk show was Ricky Lake.
that your personal feelings for
Everybody was obsessed with it. I never watched it, but man, people were so into it.
Extreme Rules? If Becky
It was so trashy. She had the worst fucking people on there.
and Becky, what's going to be going through your mind when Seth Rollins disappoints you in
Oh, pickles and ice cream. That's the way pregnant women are.
the championship and your Raw Women's title? I mean, that can't be good for your personal relationship. I mean, let alone professionally. It's going to be a weird situation. I mean,
They'll eat a peanut butter and banana and sour cream taco and wash it down with a gallon of pickle juice. They crazy. They got some weird cravings.
Everybody knows I have backed up everything that I've said. He's backed up everything that he said. The only difference is that this Sunday at
Oh, Vontae. Sorry, Vontae. I thought you said what I think about them signing. Oh, if they will ever sign. Do you see... Oh, okay. I read did instead of do. Do you see AEW signing Conor McGregor? No. Even though they got a ton of money. Well, maybe. But would he do it? Mr. Emo Head. That's funny.
What she said.
Corey Graves, what are you doing back there? You got a job to do. Get out there, dude.
Well, we're going to find out Sunday at Extreme.
I mean, that would be a big score for All Elite Wrestling if they were able to get him, convince him to come in to do something. But, you know, this is a guy that made $100 million for that one fight against Mayweather, you know? What the hell is he looking for a payday for?
Lose their championships. Also Sunday at Extreme Rules.
Even if they paid him $1 million, is it worth it?
Toughest challenge today
That'd be like the equivalent of paying one of us $10. You know, like, we don't give a shit.
for the WWE title. This past week on SmackDown, Kofi and Joe went face to face.
I guarantee the safety of you and all those you hold
And Kofi flipped off Joe
to Extreme Rules.
on Tuesday.
And all you gotta do, Kofi, is shake my hand. They can all be safe. They can all be safe.
Zach Gowen is Roman's partner. I think it's Black Gowen. That's a funny joke. But I mean, if this other guy has one leg, which it appears like he might, because he was really limping hard, man. So this is all the Street Profits are going to do, just talk shit backstage?
grew like
Yeah, I
I love his solo cup. That's the best.
What did I tell you about impersonating The Rock? That ain't what we doing. This Sunday streaming live on the WWE Network. It is Extreme Rules. Okay.
So they're just bringing these guys in to promote Extreme Rules?
On the WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston and Samoa Joe. And Kofi's my guy. 11 years. Yeah, but we're pretty new here and kind of don't want to get put to sleep, so I'm gonna roll with Joe. Plus, I like the neck towel. You mean the sauna towel? Hey, saunas help with the circulation, fam. Okay, all right. Moving on. What about this? The winners take all. Okay. Extreme Rules. Right. Mixed tag team match. Okay. Between Baron Corbin, Lacey Evans, Seth Rollins, and the man, Becky Lynch. That's easy, Taz. Baron Corbin. Got him! You got me. I got you, man. I got you, dog. It's the second week. Hey. We can't get booed. Come on, Bam. Come on, never that. Besides, dog, Baron Corbin's mama's still rooting against him, Bam. Besides, my take is 2 words. Becky Lynch.
No Bray Wyatt. I'm alright, well the show's not over, but I'm also okay with no Bray Wyatt tonight. I'm not ready to see him yet. I'm in no rush. The only reason I would want to see him tonight is because of the anniversary thing. This is the night that he debuted on in 2013, apparently. Aside from that, on a go-home show, probably not the best time to debut a brand new guy. Or not a brand new guy, or re-debut somebody, or return. And plus, where does he fit in? Into this shit? With Shane and everybody? But Roman needs somebody. Alright, that match is next, so I am going to step away for 5 seconds. I'll be right back. Don't go sneaking out. Alright, here we go. Final match, main event. Alrighty. Get the camera back on. There I am. Okay, I just sat down. Did I miss this? Is there actually a Cheeto sandwich at KFC? That's the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever seen. Maybe I saw that wrong, and I just imagined it. Please tell me there ain't no Cheeto sandwich at KFC. That's just too much. Well, if they really are gonna put this poor guy, this poor janitor under a mask, whoever's under the mask needs to somewhat look like him, right? So where we actually think it might be him, and then he pulls off the mask and it's not him. Because, I mean, if it's Bray Wyatt, we're gonna notice that that's Bray Wyatt. So who is the similar size and build to the janitor? That's not around right now. Nobody. Yes, it's... What the fuck am I... Why? What is this world coming to? Cheeto sandwiches? Cheetos are nasty enough by themselves. You gonna put them in a sandwich? Ugh. We have one unhealthy country. I do not recommend eating that, you guys. Fucking Cheeto sandwich.
It's crepe day, a family tradition we started about 22 minutes ago.
But who,
And now
what,
we can continue that
who
tradition
said,
with
you know what we should do?
delivery. See you
This sandwich is real good. But you know what would make it better? Cheetos. That's like making a fucking Count Chocula burger. You know, just putting random shit into a like it's so dumb. Cheetos chicken sandwich. I would never in a million years. And I want to know, so back there in the back at KFC, that means they just got a bag of Cheetos and they're just dumping them on the... So some co-promotion with Cheetos and KFC, obviously, but... goddamn, who the hell came up with that? And nobody can even tell me, oh, GoodMicWork, you gotta try it, it's really good. No. I don't believe you, and I will never try it.
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and
God
Save
damn,
State Farm.
it's fucking nasty. How tall is Cedric Alexander? I don't know, but I think the janitor is taller than him. Janitor looked pretty tall. He did look a little bit like Dave Chappelle. You need a Count Chocula burger? Well, then you're nasty, Down Ice. You don't want marshmallows and cheese. That does not go together. No. All right, here comes Roman. All partnerless Roman. Poor him and Ricochet are just SOL tonight. Oh, Michael Cole. F off. Yeah, Nick, exactly, man. I'm waiting for McDonald's to release a shrimp lo mein. And start handing out McFortune cookies and shit. Joey G, if I donate $100, $1,000 will you try? Yes, 1,000, sure. Absolutely. Go ahead and super chat that right over. I will leave the stream on while I drive to KFC, get me a Cheeto burger, bring it right back in here and eat the whole damn thing on camera. $1,000. Go for it. Hey y'all, here comes the money. Yeah, I did see that D'Lo is back with Impact. Good for D'Lo. I always like D'Lo. Always a fan. Coming up on the 20-year anniversary too of Droz' big injury. I think that happened in like October of '99. And D'Lo really struggled with that for years. I just feel horrible that both of them had to go through that. Not only Droz, but D'Lo as well. I'd have a lot of sleepless nights if I was D'Lo, and I'm sure he did. Props to Droz, though, man. Dude stayed positive. Still lives happy life despite his issues, and wish that wouldn't have happened. All right, here comes the, oh, God.
Truth be told, I cut my hair so I didn't resemble Mike Rome at all. That was atrocious. Oh, Roman, you know, just feeling all the energy out here. You know, and I know you heard that before, the best in the world, because I proved that to you at
Yes, I do, Vontae. I do remember seeing that picture. That's right. You just sent that to me recently, didn't you?
And that's exactly what Drew McIntyre and I could do to you here tonight as an example that we're going to be setting to take on you and The Undertaker at Extreme Rules as we put you guys down in the ground.
Roman, unlike all these idiots here, I can see right through you. I
pretend you're this nice guy, this great role model, but the truth is, you have absolutely no respect.
Yeah, how easy. I know you did. I remember seeing your picture of Draws. And D'Lo, actually.
You have no respect for authority. The only person you respect is Roman Reigns. But I'm gonna make you a promise.
Yeah, Buminator, all my Carolina friends all put chips in their sandwiches. But I can handle that. Cheetos is a whole different story.
The respect into you. But for right now, everybody is gonna shut their mouth and listen to exactly what the best in the world has to say.
Well, y'all better hurry up because you got 9 minutes left and you still have to have a match. Are you going to introduce a partner here or not?
Roman, I know you're jonesing to find out who your tag team partner is, and I've been searching really all over the holiday weekend, and I finally come down to it. You know, we found it. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to the 5th grade spelling bee champion,
5th grade.
the
Nicholas?
three-time Prudential Employee of the Month. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gary the Goat Garbutt.
Here comes Gary. I like his music. Oh no, I think that's the Extreme Rules music. That is not him. That's a New Day guy. That's Kofi.
Gary's gonna be the greatest moment in his life. Roman Reigns realizes this is a joke. $5,000! $5,000, Cole!
Kofi. It's got to be Kofi, right? Or Xavier Woods or somebody.
Pretty much everything you'd expect in a taco, but it's from Burger King, and it's just $1, only at Burger King.
Was that pantyhose right here? Creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness.
It's Big E. I don't think it's Big E. It could be Xavier. It looks small enough to be Xavier. It looks small enough to be Kofi. Oh, it looked a little bit tall to be Kofi. Cedric, Leo. I think it could be Cedric.
50 states, 50 bottles. Collectible.
But that would be weird. Why would it be Cedric? But why Xavier? If it is Xavier, why would it be Xavier?
Who did pop like it's your J-O-B? Cheesy Bites Pizza from Pizza Hut is back, people. Time to go to work on them before they're gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This summer, you could check everything off the to-do list. Like book a table at the hottest new restaurant. Go see the biggest shows at the coolest venues.
It definitely looks like Xavier to me.
Just throw that checklist to the breeze.
Definitely looks like Xavier.
Keep it down there. I have a system.
Keith used to be great to road
I think it looks like more like Xavier than it does Kofi.
Going 45?
So I'm going Xavier. R-Truth. I don't think it's R-Truth. Too short.
Like driving with his dad.
Shelton. Shelton. Also, I think too short. Because I'm looking at WWE's Twitter. They got a GIF of this up right now, and this person looks shorter than Shane McMahon. So I don't think it would be Shelton. It's got to be Xavier.
But we can't protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
We were made to move from the dawn of time. We ran, hunted, and explored. And some 10,000 years later, we got lazy and crawled right back into our caves.
Favaro Leon, thank you for the $5. So how about that Attitude Era return? Paul Heyman is knocking it out of the park tonight. I'm assuming you're being sarcastic there, yes, but like I've been saying in my recent commentaries, and no offense, like you can't make this hire and then two weeks later, if Raw is not the greatest Raw you've ever seen, you start thinking like the whole hire was pointless. Doesn't work that way, dude. Yeah, no offense at all. I super appreciate the super chat. But, you know, anything that's going to change with Heyman and Bischoff coming in isn't going to happen by week 2. You know, you got to change some things. And it's going to be kind of a slow process. These guys probably aren't even fully integrated in their jobs yet. And we're automatically already demanding instant changes. That's just not the way reality works. So I can give them time. And if I see a bad Raw, I'm not going to be tweeting that, oh, the whole point of hiring Bischoff and Heyman was stupid because nothing's better. Take some time. 6 months from now, if it's the same old shit, then I'm right there with you. Favaro. How do you pronounce it? Hopefully one of those two is right, because I hate butchering names, and I apologize in advance if I did that to yours. But thanks for stopping by, brother. I don't think it's Dominic either. Dominic's way bigger than this guy. That's totally Xavier. Like, why? I mean... Tiger Woods, that would be hilarious. He's too short for Tiger Woods, too. That's Xavier. It is not Rey Mysterio. Just look at his hands. It's not Rey Mysterio. I mean, I assumed it would be Kofi, but I think this guy looks a little short to be Kofi. I think he looks more like Xavier would. Oh. You're calling him Gary. Wait, who does that? Why can't I recognize him? And now he's diving. Okay, that's not Xavier. Who the fuck is it? Cedric. Oh, it's got to be Cedric. Yeah, you're right. Cedric. Ah. Just like that. Shane's face. It's like, who the fuck was that? Looks too short. Looks too... I don't think it's Leo Rush either. Leo would be such a random idea, but... Rich Swann. It's not Velveteen. It's not Rich Swann. Kyrie Irving. I'm pretty sure it's Cedric or Xavier. Who the fuck is it? Gary. I love how they're still calling him Gary.
That's the understatement of the year. Look at this man. Who knew a janitor had such...
He looked like a great Sasuke flying through.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Drew McIntyre, and the best in the world, Shane McMahon!
Oh, there, Roman's taking the head off. That's got to be Cedric. Nobody has those moves. Who is it? Cedric, okay. Random, too. And he got beat so fast. I'm going to launch that Twitter poll right now. But why Cedric? Did I miss something last week? Did McIntyre and Shane beat the shit out of him backstage somewhere? Like, what would be the motivation for him to come out there? And we got the Batista 24 documentary coming up next on the WWE Network. I am definitely going to check that out. That looked pretty good. I'm going to watch that while I cook dinner. So anyway, there you go. Raw's in the books. Cedric was Roman's mystery partner, disguised as the janitor, the wise janitor. And he lost. Came out there and got his ass kicked. Roman and Taker are definitely going to win. Why just 10 likes on the stream? I don't know. I got 200 likes according to this. Maybe YouTube's glitching. I don't know, man. Cedric of all people. So no reason, right? So I didn't miss anything. There was nothing happening on Raw. I just assumed because I haven't been watching too much of like SmackDown that maybe they beat the shit out of him backstage and I didn't see it or something. But literally there's no reason for him to be out there. He just randomly was out there. Just duh. Yeah, it might be a Heyman idea. Hey, give this kid who's fucking awesome something to do in the main event. But again, why? I'm all fine with more use of Cedric. I'm all for Cedric getting Raw main events. But why? That's all. Otherwise, I love the dude. I hope I see more of him. Yeah, I agree with you, Angie. Raw was not fabulous tonight. I thought last week was much better. I did just throw up that Twitter poll if you want to go vote on it. This is my refrigerator. Makes a ton of noise. Yeah, we got a 46% sucked ass, 29% getting better, 15% didn't watch, 10% just watched me. With an extremely small sample size of just under 100 votes there, but that'll grow. No Phenom, that's all right. He was there the last couple of weeks, no big deal. I'm wondering what this is going to lead to with The Undertaker. Like, if he's coming back here randomly, is this to set up a SummerSlam match? You know, I think they could maybe start something with Drew and Taker. And I pitched an idea for Drew McIntyre to go on a really long run here leading into next year's WrestleMania. Like if they do something at Extreme Rules to set up a match somehow between Drew McIntyre and The Undertaker at SummerSlam, Undertaker puts him over. And then McIntyre goes on to have a couple of big pay-per-view victories during the fall. Maybe he's the sole survivor in the Survivor Series match, whatever that is. Then he goes on to win the Royal Rumble. And then he goes into WrestleMania to challenge the champion. And you know who I want to see the champion be? I want to see the champion be John Cena. I want to see Seth Rollins turn heel in the middle of his Universal title run. I want to see Brock cash in on Kofi and work over on SmackDown. Seth will turn into a heel Universal champion on Raw, head into the Royal Rumble to face John Cena, who has never held the Universal title. He also needs another victory to surpass Ric Flair, another title win. To break that record. He does that against Seth Rollins, goes into WrestleMania as champion, and drops the belt to Drew McIntyre. I think that would be a fabulous 7th or 8th month booking of Drew if they did all of those things that I laid out. So maybe this Sunday could be the beginning of that, or maybe Drew is going to be working the kickoff show next WrestleMania and not the main event. Could go either way there, but that's what I would do if I was Heyman. Damn. 3:30 a.m. for you. Good night, Mike Witt. I'm right behind you. I got to get out of here as well. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. It was a pretty solid audience tonight. We brought in a ton of new subscribers. And pretty good amount of people in here watching and hanging out all night tonight during Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure my schedule this week. I might have a mic drop up between now and the end of the week. And then I'll be up here maybe Thursday, Friday at the latest. I'm going to shoot for Thursday. And that will be my... I might have to be Friday. It actually might have to be Friday. I'll let y'all know on Twitter. Make sure you follow me at GoodMicWork on Twitter. I will be up here Thursday or Friday, and we will predict the entire Extreme Rules card right here on a live stream on the YouTube. So y'all be good. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll catch you in just a couple of days. Until then, peace.